KO knife onto bathroom side.
Hold short first. They're dead trapping showers. You can hold from far.
Yeah, I'm far.
Walking their way up here. There's a swing for Gen.G. Nicely navigated in the bonus already. He's starting off very well, getting himself a one-man advantage, and you're not too sad to be losing the Neon there in exchange for a Gecko as well as the opposing Neon. That is the solo entry that GE do have offered to them. So it is going to slow them down a lot in this round. They're going to have to look for some dry contact and some aim duels.
Yeah, Frost's not going to be happy about that. This is now bonus on the cards for Gen.G.
Drop spot from Foxy9. There's an orb for Crystal. It's better than nothing. Prowler clears out the middle of the map though for Gen.G, so they're feeling quite safe on this B side of the map for now.
It's smoking down as well, and added pressure to GE as the timer continues to tick down.
Walking out onto the A site. It's a perfect timing for Zinx to go 1-for-1. Autumn is by himself though, so going to drop the Sky Smoke just to be able to create a little bit more space to try to get into an after plant.
So far so good, but the barrier, did it just block Crystal from hiding back into showers? Now Gen.G tries to close in the distance, but it's not quite there. So unfortunately, weapon's not working out. GE able to hold up around the little points, up around the positions on this site.
I mean, you cooked here as Lucky. Not much he can do. Trying to break through a brick wall, despite the fact that Autumn is very low here. I think that GE have been able to secure themselves around. It was a nice start, honestly, for Gen.G. Lucky wrapping back around. He wants to try to keep this one expensive. I don't think he's even got time to defuse the spike, though.
Probably not. Oh, no, but taking down Crystal. That makes things a little bit more doable. Still, though, time is going to be the biggest factor. There we go. Yeah, nicely done from Autumn.
We lost
3K from him on the brim will secure himself an orbital and save GE from a bit of a nightmare scenario. I thought they were about to get bonus there. Honestly, that's almost as bad, though. They've lost almost every single weapon. Autumn's got no armor coming out of that round, so it really couldn't have got much more expensive in a round that you won.
Almost.
But at the end of the day, I mean, just kind of keeping
Oh,
things
that
tight.
crystal shot, bro.
Kind of allow them to
that crystal shot is
forward,
insane, though.
especially with how they've been trying to play
God.
around
That saved us.
sites.
Looks like a quicker one this time from GE.
What's up?
GravNet may be comboed on in here with the orbital if it does connect. Luckier. Does he get sat down by the GravNet that flies up in towards Garden? No, but the KO knife will confirm his presence, and Uditan securing control of Garden for now.
Gen.G
Gen.G though. Quite prepared for whatever hit might come. You've got Zinx closer up towards A short as well.
They're waiting with the key pieces of utility, ready to react off of anything that GE throws at them. And that's why you see that singular flash with the disengage from GE. They're trying to bait out and trade down utility. Zinx punished for the peek onto short, though. That's a big pick for GE.
And you can already see the rotations coming across as well. Meanwhile, Gen.G still potentially worried. And you got Crystal on the lurk as well. This might be a tough round coming ahead unless Foxy9 is able to do as he used to. Of course, on different roles now.
Got to do something special here. Vandal in hand, which is going to really kind of hamper his ability to be able to spam through the smokes. There's the aggression over on Hookah side. Karen may get caught by Crystal here, and that's another nice pick for GE as they secured a spike plant courtesy of the wingman yet again. That will give the thrash over to Patman.
And obviously now it's just a lot more control of the situation for GE. They're giving themselves all the space they want on the site, setting down the barrier as well. Just another obstacle for Gen.G in the retake.
It's so hard to retake into deadlock. They might just save. Yeah, they can't go for this. I mean, you've got an orbital and a thrash. There is absolutely no way you're getting in there, even if GE is missing their Molly lineups.
What is that?
Hey, they got the GravNet in.
Wait, what is that Molly lineup?
Crystal does get a
oh, that's stupid.
It's also up to Zalt.
Yeah. So Gen.G opting to just fall away for now. Look to try to play their way into round number 5 here. And GE, that was a very strugglesome round, you have to say, in round number 3. And then round 4, it really couldn't have gone better, quite honestly. They have recovered their economy in a big way, and they haven't had to burn through any of these big ults as they continue into this half. So this attack is looking scarier and scarier for them.
Despite the rocky start. So all things considered, I mean, this is what the whole thing was about. You know, you come in off the slight break from kickoff.
You hooked up okay, but why don't you just watch and eat, bro? What the hell?
Like
Where you need to
go?
go?
This composition. This has been in the works for quite some time.
Yeah, Frost is stirring away. Along with, by the way, 4 total coaches for GE. So, look, if you can't come up with new comps, someone's probably not doing very much work over there.
That's
fair.
true.
Out comes
That's
the Thrash
true.
straight through the
Tell
TP,
him.
or actually straight
Tell
from
them.
outside of Hookah. This could be a quicker one here for GE.
Yo, he's just running through it.
Easier.
Oh,
Big
bro,
time
what are you
Dexter
doing?
Just prepared for it. Straight on skewered through.
Come.
Still though, considering that some of the players are onto Sheriffs, this is not just done yet. Crystal still fighting alongside the rest of GE. Ult's coming in.
Yeah,
Oh my
Annihilation
God,
doesn't
they missed
connect
that
on
also.
anybody. GE have to slow this one down. Wall goes up, Sky Smoke's invested. Lots of Gen.G players ready to be able to defend this B site. Pivot through the TP does come out from GE, but Zinx is lying in wait.
Off angle.
Yo, what's up?
He's got the gate crash prepped up as well.
So is your ball dead?
Ouch, he's just farming the orbs.
It's playing Farming Simulator, man.
Okay,
Crystal's
okay.
in his tractor. He's picked up multiple orbs here, moving his way towards a next Annihilation. The first one completely whiffed, but big hopes for the next one.
Let's see if these seeds will yield them any fruit.
Oh, no.
No smokes on the site though. It's gonna be a bit worrisome, but Zinx is
Oh my
giving
God.
his
Zinx!
Pat's gonna get a trade
Oh,
as well. Now Autumn onto site. Karen's just
He just
ever
has a
so
pistol.
carefully
He just has a gun.
around the
Oh
corner, so
shit.
he can actually take a shot, but nah, it doesn't have
Oh,
line of
he
sight.
planted. Oh
They
my God.
plant
Thank
onto
God.
Wingman. Gen.G now
That
organizing
was a nice
themselves
save,
for the
no?
retake. Remember, there is still an orbital in play here for Autumn.
So useful in the post-plant situation, but he's also kind of stuck into sights.
No!
Unfortunately, he's gonna get taken out real quick, and it's
Are you
all
gonna
just
use
down to Pat. Doesn't have much to work
That's not
with.
orbital.
What back shots, but that might be enough.
Not
3
planted for
so far, and he's got to push up front. Karen looking for the
yeah!
swing, but Pat is still in the driver's
my
seat.
God.
That is fantastic for a man who
Oh
only
my
had
God.
1 kill going into that round. Big
Oh
play
my
for
God.
GE. He was making
What the
so
hell?
many big plays over in kickoff.
Oh my God.
Another heroic performance from Patman. Back
Bro,
on
what
the
was that?
initiator role, one which he wasn't really able to play too much.
Bro,
That is a
what
huge
timing
opener
is
for
that?
Texture. But another round where Gen.G, they start out with a man advantage, or they find the opening duel that they were looking for, and then they can't close it.
Then Batman did the same to him.
Just makes things so a little bit
Let's
awkward
go,
for their
Batman,
upcoming buys as well.
Mendoza.
And so far, still
Batman.
able to come up with another one for this round, but
Who you
clearly
gonna
you
call?
can start to see why GE has
Batman.
picked this composition too.
Outlaw could be deadly here. 4 sets of light armor on Gen.G. It's looking a little bit worrisome. Very much a default approach though. GE are not in a rush to be going anywhere too quickly here. So want to work
Thank
the
God
map. They've
they
got
slowed
plenty
down.
of utility to be able to do so.
Seems
This
like I'm the
composition
coach,
allows
bro.
you to be so flexible.
It seems like
Take
I'm the
map
coach.
control.
Isn't that the thing about the double initiators?
Of course, yeah. I mean, there's a knife. Although there is a longer cooldown now, you can't throw all these pieces of utility.
Bro, I
every
forgot how to
couple of
watch
seconds.
party, bro.
But
What
if
am
you
I
pick yourself
looking
up
at? I don't
dizzy,
even
that's gonna
remember
help
what
you
I was
kinda
looking
work.
at.
Garden. The thing is, like, you've seen these kind of agents on this map for a long
Patel.
time. Although this is a creative comp for this current meta, we've seen Deadlock on this map. We've seen KO
SVG.
Gecko on this map back in the day.
Oh, hey!
Pick from Lakia. Does
Hey!
shut down the Outlaw early on there. Over
Oh,
on the other side of
shit.
the map,
Wait,
though,
what?
Crystal's done very well to punish Texas.
Hey!
It's going to put a little bit more pressure on Gen.G's rotations here.
Yeah, quick through the teleporter. And that's why he was up in this position this whole time. And I think we just saw a similar thing happening in the previous round. Now it's Foxy9 alone.
Oh, shit!
On this site. He's gonna
Oh,
get
shit!
burnt to, okay, not quite a crisp just yet. Still alive, able to play. But the Baramash just makes it
No,
so
that was
tough.
not the kill we need. Oh,
That's
nice
the
one,
thing
nice one,
about
nice
the
one, bro.
deadlock
Nice trade.
again. And then he got out of the flank.
Oh, nice
Able to
damage.
kind of hold things off even as
Oh,
that
nice
comes
damage,
through.
bro.
There's no hope for Gen.G in this coming round anymore.
Let's
It's
go!
just another retake they haven't been
But
able to
they buff-
convert,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but they
And some
may-
of that
I
has
think
been
but
down
they
to
gave,
Deadlock utility, but some of that has
Crystal
been
some
down
hacks,
to,
bro.
I mean, not necessarily being
Yeah,
able to
happy
clean up
birthday.
Hartman in a 3v1.
Oh,
Lakia does get a consolation frag, will gift him the Nightfall, but
peeks like
that's
that?
where the good news ends for Gen.G. This defense has been
Keeps
a
walking like
disaster.
that, bro.
Yeah, constantly just trying to play around for information, up around B long, but GE just have
That's it.
so many
Oh
options.
my god, let's go!
Gen.G need to figure it out. Wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout. Feels like this overdrive is just rotting.
But
on
I have a
Texture.
question.
Will have to be burnt coming into this round. It will be one of these
I have a
rounds where
question.
it should
How
be a
did
half
one of the
fight.
casters
And
know
Overdrive
Christian
a
is going to
very,
be
very big
playing
ult to be able to win you some of
Sentinel,
those
bro?
kind of rounds.
And as long as Crystal's still alive and he's still good.
Bro, I
hasn't
don't
used
like
his
this
ability
acting,
that
bro.
much.
I don't even
into the
remember
post
any name,
plants.
bro.
I mean,
He just can't overdrive.
He had his grab net, you know?
Oh,
He
time
still had his
out.
grab net at the end of that round. They're not even needing a lot of this utility. he was on that deep bathrooms lurk. Like, he wasn't even really playing an active role in that default. He was the lurker in a bit of a, 3-1-1 where the active side of the map was B guarded, and he was just, silently walking up bathrooms and finding a gap in the rotations.
Chill guy.
Yeah. Cold as. I mean, it's pretty cold in Russia, so makes sense.
He's comfortable with it.
Time for Gen.G to come up with something, because honestly, this has been a bit of a woeful defense after the first 2 rounds. Been a couple of rounds where you thought that they would have been able to come back into the retake and convert it. Big momentum stopper, that Patman clutch, and it hasn't really felt like they've had much of an answer in this game so far.
You have to imagine it's just kind of weighing in the back of their minds as well. The previous kickoff performance, coming into this one, you're starting off this way. The rest of the group as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the group of death, but I mean, you heard it from Texture in the interview. They get knocked out of kickoff very early. That gives you a lot of time to prep and come into this particular stage. If you don't do well, especially with a 6-man roster and mixing Foxy9 into a little bit of a different role, then it's going to be pretty cursed.
Team composition, Euro's not that bad. It is bad, but not that bad.
Knife out towards U-Haul. Crystal once again.
What's up, Sanchit? Oh, wait, what?
There'll be light armor on.
Hi, Sanchit.
Ready to pick up the pace into U-Haul now.
The whole team's here to play.
Why would you try and take U-Haul? Why would you try to take hookah when they have... Oh, thank God.
But quickly shut down.
That's the overdrive burn. Sees connects on a lot of players though, and the shotgun's starting to get to work, but GE holding the 9 nicely. Just all posted on that U-Haul entrance.
Why everybody is taking U-Haul when they have shotguns?
Gen.G just get absolutely denied entry. And GE, I mean, it's just a very patient approach from them. They haven't even forced the spike.
I swear to God, if I was a
coach,
coach, I'm kicking all the players.
And time again, Gen.G are
What the hell was that?
It's just so uncomfortable. You never know when that
bro.
going to drop. You see players starting to post up around
Gary, talk to right. Don't nerf Neon.
The deadlock utilities coming out, and
you
feel like you need to go. You hear the taps coming in, but
yo, what is Abi doing? Yo. Can you make my mic volume? Okay. Huh?
Gonna be a very long save.
Is it like before?
Love a kill. If you get a kill and die, that's your orbital on offer.
You see my face is shiny,
right? A lot of ults in play on the other side. You don't really care if the other team's getting a few for themselves. Crystal spotting him out.
I went to Korea. I bought a full set of makeup.
Him into the arms of the shotgun here. It seems like Crystal is well aware. He is not interested in what Foxy9 is selling.
Full set of.
They're going together though. That can still work out.
Very nicely done. Molly lands on his head.
Routine.
Autumn a little bit better with the on-the-fly Mollies than the Molly lineup so far.
I just put my routine, bro. I just put my skin
routine. That's maybe what happens when you put a primary duelist onto Brimstone. That's just rough, though. I mean, that's the overdrive that was sitting there for 2 or 3 rounds. He runs into U-Haul, gets his head blown off. That was the end of that.
Yeah, we're just gonna write this one off. I mean,
so everybody's full spraying that too. Oh my God, bro, they would have lost.
You look to the next
Yo, Gary, when did you come back? I just came back, bro.
Has done some work for Gen.G.
To India?
I'm hoping
I came
so,
back around 28.
I mean, even from the player comms, GE are laughing like a couple of schoolgirls right now. It is going a little bit too easy for them on this game of Bice. Towards bathrooms here. Flash being prepped by Zavi.
Oh, and they're just going to poke right through. You got the Nightfall and quick response, but Annihilation out from Crystals. Well, not connecting. You got the shots in at the very end.
I know this was going to happen.
Trying to pick up the pace or rescue their teammates. They're walking into the crosshairs. Lakia is laughing away with the rest of the team arriving soon enough.
There's Rez.
Hey, what?
Seas and Relay Bolt giving some problems for GE, and they've been crushed by Caron from the other side. Great team play for Gen.G. First time you've seen much of an active approach into GE, and you get the bathrooms crunch in response there from Gen.G. Works out.
Don't hype my team like that, bro.
If not for that Nightfall, not
what
for
the fuck, lah? Don't hype my team like that, bro.
Long. Allow them to respond that quickly.
They do quite nicely. A lot of pressure on Zinx. Trades Foxy9 quite well, and even though he eats the Annihilation,
man, just put it from back.
Players in response from Gen.G to close that round out. Utility.
Why you have to put in his face?
Finally, GE with a round that causes them a little bit more trouble.
Fuck
you,
bro.
They're not going to opt for another pace change. Haunt will secure the
That was such a good round to win, bro. If you won that round, it would have been so good.
You would think as GE, you're somewhat wise to it, so trying to avoid some of these potential op lines for now.
Gen.G have got some great ults in play here, though. I mean, the dimensional drift into something like an orbital could be fantastic for a retake. Prowler did come out on long there, and Lakia not spotting out any players, but I do believe it's going to be a thrash play straight through Hookah into a B execute.
Just
Man
up around the
treated
corner.
that team playing
Prowler
same
back in
forms
again, so it's
and himself
additional
playing
information
that.
for Gen.G,
Brother,
but so far so
I
good.
don't-
The orbital comes in to hold
Oh, nice
things
hit.
off, but at the same time,
Oh, nice.
Newton just pushes up, overdrive ready,
Nice,
and
nice, nice,
burning
nice, nice.
everyone else
Calm down, calm down.
Gen.G.
Calm
Now for the
down.
retake.
Foxy,
down.
unfortunately, not able to hold much.
So basically
in
what he
tandem.
tweeted was when-
Karen creeping up on the line should have
Don't spam
a
that.
little bit of space here on elbow, but outside of that, that's where
When
the
he
good news
tweeted
really
that
ends for Gen.G. This
Is
is going to be an
because
impossible
we
retake.
came up with that comp and everyone's using that comp already.
Go
So
for
they're so
kill or
confused.
two before we
Oh,
start
no.
to go. Oh, and the second Thrash gets sent in as well. Texture
Nice.
walking away with some kills
No!
at the same time, and then it's Karen up from behind. Oh, Gen.G, make it work.
He gets given a
I
freebie
knew
there
that was
coming out of
coming.
elbow.
I knew that was
And then
coming,
some
bro.
massive shots connected from a player who's been pretty quiet thus far in
I
this
knew
game.
that was coming, bro.
Really big
Fuck
step up
this
from
life,
Caron.
bro. Fuck this, bro.
In the clutch, it's two of Gen.G's most veteran players that have lifted trophies together, able to put the pieces together at the last minute. And honestly, I was a little critical
How did we
of
lose?
Gen.G throwing away a
2v4?
massive advantage in a
Why are
retake
you
there. I mean, that is a
picking?
post plant that you should not be having any issues closing. Tell that's got them very fired up, and you get an immediate
Why?
timeout. This is where you're getting a slap on the wrist from Coach Frost, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fucking
Yep,
go on
there
then.
it is.
Piece of shit. Piece of fuck.
We're 4-on-2, guys.
I mean, still, yeah.
Why do we
pretty much.
always throw, bro?
It's okay. You don't have to get too.
Shut up, you
critical about
custard.
it, but
You cursed us.
Alrighty. Let's see if Gen.G have been able to forge themselves a little bit of momentum. That's 2 rounds in a row that they have been able to convert. Do you have the dimensional drift still ready to go? Not a tool that they've had to use. Pit is still on offer for Caron. Can mix them. You have
Oh, that's
Harvey's
Harvey's-
family in
Harvey's
the
family,
audience
bro.
today. They'd love him to get a W.
Harvey
it's
family.
Crystal's, birthday as well.
Oh, it's Crystal's birthday. That's
Yeah.
true. Love to get a win for the birthday boy.
Frost is still not well, yeah.
I believe that's. I mean, Seth said something about expecting Crystal to pick Sentinel.
We have
for
an
his build
attack
15,
comp,
but I'm pretty
right?
sure it's just a birthday
I'm
buff.
pretty sure we're not.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Take
Take
elbow,
elbow.
attack.
Maybe take elbow. Give it a spike up. Are you flashing this?
Bye,
Yeah,
Manchester
flash it.
Buster. Bye, Bishop.
Win it with the flash.
It's going to be a quicker play towards B here. Get the grab net straight up
That's gonna land with a
in
bit.
towards Garden.
That's just going to give them a lot of control. Launching pad into the site. Gen.G, though, just trying to set up the crossfires needed.
You have the pit there for Caron if he wants to use it reactively.
Oh, he's going to kind of slink back towards the site.
Oh, nice.
GE in,
Oh,
but
no. Oh, nice.
no, that's where unfortunately everyone starts to get shot down. The Caterpillar smokes on the site actually working out.
Yeah, not doing too badly. Zeke's trying to fight his way out of
Why,
it, wriggle
Pat?
out of a bad
Oh my God,
situation,
some more
but
bad- some
Patman
more bad
denying
botted,
it.
but
Opening
why?
a little bit there from Uditan.
2v4 again?
Towards elbow, but
Okay.
when you're up 5-on-2,
Okay.
confirming that the 2
Why
players
not?
are coming
We
in
have
from
G.
spawn side on the retake, it's really not going to matter too much. Another successful execute
Idiots.
pulled off by GE. After losing a round, they'd probably rather forget. They immediately reply with a really nice B take.
The whole party, you got the barrier down for the post plant as well. And just practicing.
हाँ सब यूटिलिटी फेंको सब यूटिलिटी फेंको
Yeah,
पैसा
got
नहीं
that
चाहिए भाई
Nice. Yeah,
बहुत
I mean,
पैसा
no
है
better time, right? To
Sally.
practice than in the official, right? Not like this is maybe the most important game of the group for you. Because last time
It isn't.
around, I mean, this was the lower break, make or break game in kickoff, and it took all 24 rounds of regulation on every single map. It couldn't have been closer, and something tells me we might be in for exactly the same today.
It's a real good chance because of the upcoming maps as well. But for this one, you would expect
oh autumn
GE
autumn that was
to have their
insane
way with things.
Lovely counter spam there. Onto Caron inside of the site after denying the windman plant. He loses his
aim
life
before
for
what
it.
nah.
Now prepping once again a bit of a faster A execute. Texture with the operator is the one to keep your eye on, and he will be right up in the face of this play.
yeah but if he's an operator
Okay.
nice
Just getting hit by everything.
Not going to go off in time though, but does give GE so much space back in again.
No!
Oh, Fox
What are you
side
doing?
off the classic, and now GE starting to lose their grip.
my team is
Just
so
Pat left
brain
onto
dead
the
bro
site.
my team is so brain
Gen.G
dead
have him
bro
completely surrounded.
Well, see if he's able to put together another 4K 1vx. getting smoked off. They're really not giving him any options. Taking him a little bit more seriously this time around. Gen.G. He's earned his respect at this point.
Of course, just trying to keep things tactical as well. But Pat,
You got that.
he's hoping for just a bit of vision.
My full team
Always
is
paranoid
branded,
about the back, of
bro.
course. At some point, you might just want to toss out the Dizzy or Wingman.
Wait!
Now he's got a little bit of
Where that bullet go, bro?
They're just going to swing it.
Wait!
Not even needed.
No,
There's
no,
texture,
no.
a big
Sorry,
round
Texan.
from him
Sorry,
on the
Texan.
Neon. It's been an agent that he picked up a while ago, and he's
Wait,
really
he's also
gone
laughing.
strength to strength. Once upon a time, a little bit critical of his agent pool as a duelist, but
God
Neon has
damn it,
become a
doesn't.
staple for
Yo,
this.
what
man.
are you
We saw it
guys
on
doing,
Haven
bro?
all the time for Gen.G, causing havoc on it over in Toronto. So his op kills in combination with some chip ins from the rest of the boys. Nice right click from Foxy9.
How do
Ziggs
you
using
always
his only
throw?
flash to come out of the teleporter, something that they highlighted on the analyst desk. Yoru might be nerfed, but the TPs aren't.
That's why this whole map kind of works out for Gen.G's composition as
Euros.
well. But now, GE
Are you
back
okay,
into
you
it.
know? You're just running into fucking
Securing
play
Bathroom's
like
control.
a mad
Bit of
man,
a jump
bro.
spot from Udatan, just trying to tell what the setup is, using the Neon movement to gain free information, does at least bait out a Molotov in response from Gen.G.
Make things a little bit more workable. At the same time, though, Ziggs,
Oh no.
Burned through both of his gate crashes. That's his second one. Remember that the duration of those is greatly reduced, so he has to choose whether he wants to stick around on this angle or bail out right now. And it does seem like he's going to back himself. Nice tag from Texture to start things off.
it hurt Crystal quite a bit, but
Crystal
he
him.
still hangs back, takes him down instead. Then it's go time for Gen.G onto this A site. Foxy9 trying to post up
Nice.
front, but Patman makes it a trade. Orbital Strike comes in just to clear out Labs as well. Hopefully this spike will get planted
No,
soon enough,
nice.
but it's just to bait
my
out the
God.
positions of where Gen.G would be.
Got good patience from Caron there. You thought he was on for another one of his vintage multi knife. Has
Hey.
confirmed the position of Lakia. Up goes the one way, so this is a very low percentage retake.
Otherwise, not much else. Kind of already know where he is.
Just throwing the kitchen sink at him. Can't even get out of the one way.
Oh,
No!
hey!
Wait!
We'll give Lakia
Why
his flowers a
you
little bit.
haven't
No, he is the
Vandal?
Lakia.
Of Valorant.
Oh my god, no.
Still getting spotted though, and Pat pretty much in control. Lakia still not backing down. Hang on a
Oh my
second.
god,
Nah.
bro. These
Autumn
people
up
are
behind it.
these
With
people
this,
are
at
killing me,
least
bro.
G does
These
secure
people are killing me,
a bit
bro.
of a lead going into the second half.
Yeah, they've done very well on the attacking side there. I mean, given the fact that Gen.G has taken the pistol, you had a big string of rounds in there from Global. Courtesy
What are you
of a very
fucking-
nicely tailored game plan with
I
this
don't
double
understand.
initiator.
Why
It's a
are
combo that
you
we've seen in the past.
shooting through
Usually
smoke with
played
a Vandal?
Viper. You often see back in the day when Gecko was very strong, the Viper will go up and then you'd have Dizzy and KO flashes over the top, or you'd be playing a Sky with a Gecko, for example. Double Enit did used to be very popular on this map in that meta. We've seen Deadlock as well, so I think that this GE comp is a bit of an amalgamation of some older ideas, some older metas being tried to put into place now that, you know, you are seeing double duelists kind of fall to the wayside a little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of like taking a piece of everything. I mean, you do have the Deadlock, as you mentioned, but don't forget the Brim as well. There's so much that they can play around in those post plants. I would have liked to see, you know, a stronger finish from this first half, though.
Yeah, if he didn't throw.
Look, GE, they got a lot of value out of those prepared executes. You see the Gen.G fans in the crowd, though. Autumn's done quite well on the Brimstone there. It was definitely an effort by committee, though, by GE. I think everybody kind of stepping up and having their moments. Gen.G, it felt like a bit of a shakier first half from them, honestly. I think you saw a couple of whiff shots, a couple of angels that you would have expected some of these players to win that were a little bit shaky, quite honestly. So I think maybe first game nerves after a bit of a dismayed finish in kickoff might be a thing for them.
Everyone's just kind of getting used to being back here for Pacific after quite a bit off. But at the same time, I think
You guys didn't know what finger I put up, nah?
Things came back in a little
You
bit.
guys
Yeah.
all
Now
looking
he's on
at
the
that.
attacking side, so he's going to be running
Did
it
not
down
know
hand
what
in
finger
hand
I
with
put up.
Ziggs.
Huh?
See how
I
that
know.
does go for Gen.G.
What's up,
Be
Yoke?
a bit of a
What's
fight
up,
over
Deviants?
short A early on here. Very centralized setup for GE. Ready to crunch to the middle of the map through the TP if needed, but Gen.G are walking their way towards bathrooms for now. It is a very default approach, just trying to catch any aggression early on.
Similarly, both sides
So we're going to waste all our smokes.
Second smoke down.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very standoff approach. GE well aware that there could be a short setup behind this smoke. They have to respect it for the time being. Now Gen.G going to organize themselves to
What do we have?
short.
We don't have smokes anymore!
Flash to burst through this smoke. They're not going to have one for the later part of the round. And in fact, they're just going to wait for it to elapse and try a contact approach instead.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
God.
Feels like an all-in or nothing where G might be a little bit more prepared and they're still trying to poke and prod, take what they can find. And a little bit of a flash getting sent across in now. And you start to see players push out a hookah.
Can't force your way through that one as Gen.G. You still have the relay bolt in play. GE have taken the middle of the map in the meantime. So if you get the pivot back to B here from Gen.G, it's going to be very hard to make that work. But they seem singularly focused on taking the
Guys,
A side.
they're going to take A. We have info.
And sometimes watching the flank a little bit as well. It's out to 20 seconds, Pilsky. I'm getting nervous. Pat starting to
nice.
up front. Autumn's done a pretty good job at holding the off angle, and
Nice.
now Pat comes in for the flank. You got 10 seconds
Nice.
left, and you're still trying to get the smack
Nice.
down. It's not happening,
Navi.
guys. Javi has gone away with the triple kill at the end.
Yeah, Gen.G.
Oh, that was crazy.
Just getting stalled out by Brim Smokes for the majority of that round. It felt like they gave a lot of respect
They
to
actually
that.
got stalled
And I
out,
think that
bro.
comes down to what the comp is at this point. Back in the day, if you had multiple blind sides, you could try to burst your way through smokes a little easier. To be fair, he probably wouldn't have had 2 on the pistol anyway. But with this kind of comp, what you want to see in response to those smokes is just prowler or blindside your way through the smoke, burst out with the neon and take things a little bit quicker. But it was very tentative for Gen.G. And maybe that's respect to the double E util, or maybe that's respect to the deadlock.
Just kind of feeling things out as always, the initial opening rounds, but for this one, you're not expecting these lineups that Javi has, now fully equipped, pushing on.
Oh, nice!
The rest of the team straight
Nice
through,
teamwork, guys. The
Yeah,
call.
that's really nice
my
for
God,
GE,
the
doesn't
call
it?
too.
Fighting
good,
all
good,
together in
guys.
response to the bathrooms
Nice response.
takes from Gen.G. I
Nice
think early
response.
on though for Gen.G,
Was it
that's
a
gonna
pivot,
be
though?
something that they can keep in mind.
Response
I
was
think you'd
good. Was it
rather
a
get
pivot, though?
Bathrooms
That's my
crunched and
question.
destroyed on an anti-eco than you would in an
Nice one,
important
nice one.
round later on in the game. Can be well aware that GE may be playing some garden setups towards B and that they're going to be playing around the TPs. And I think you probably would have seen something similar in the pistol if the approach had been up through the
what?
middle of the map up on A.
He died like that?
Because you had GE take that short control, and that's going to allow them to actually pivot TP towards that A side of the map if the hookah take comes out. So very clear to me
Yeah,
early
46
on at
HP
least
and
that
he
GE
wanted
wants
to
to be
take that
aggressive.
back.
They want to play on the front
In the
foot.
last. This
And
guy.
once again, you're seeing them very close up on short here.
The
I
confidence
love
level
this
is
on
high,
the
though.
bonus.
As long as it still keeps working. Try to take things away from Gen.G, but now fully blinded. Not quite able to play around it as well. Still got the smoke to back into though.
Oh no! We could have killed him!
Very chaotic. Great reactive utility from Gen.G
Oh
there.
no,
to
we could have
seize the
killed them
relay
there.
bolt. They're really responding to
bro.
all of
It's a
GE's
good round.
aggression in kind.
Autumn.
Now you get the
Almost.
back through bathroom side. Patman trying to find a little bit of a timing here. The B site is fully enforced with deadlock util for now.
ये क्यों पीछे देख रहा है भाई?
Patman's definitely the player to keep your eye on.
Yeah. I mean, if this doesn't work out for him, it's going to weaken
Nice.
the positioning
Nice.
on the front, but still,
Nice.
he walks
Nice.
away with 3! Dizzy out, and he's looking for the quad as well. Oh, but Karen just does it. 9 pays no
Just
heed
wait.
to it. 1v2 now.
Just wait.
And Crystal getting active in the middle of the map now over on market side. Xavi very low on HP. Gravnet is still in play. Could be the piece of utility that secures this round, but Karen's reading this quite well for now.
Or is he? Crystal.
I mean, this is a crazy off angle. There's no way.
Oh, nice, Crystal.
You just wouldn't think that he would have gone all the way that far back.
Nah, he's done very well. And again, this is what I was saying. Like, GE are just very active in the front part of the map. They are not sitting back on the sides. They're not trusting, okay, I have a deadlock. Like, you just can't attack this site.
What is
They're
you
being
doing?
active through the TPs. They're pushing up short on the bonus.
so
Hyper
confident
aggressive
shots.
in the crunch.
Stand your
If
ground.
it doesn't work out, it's really another hero multi-frag from Patman that keeps them in a round like that.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
That's what you gotta love to see as well. I mean, we do have a little bit of an extra tidbit information that
Look at that
this
smile.
KO, that some of the lineups that we're seeing with Javi, comes in due to a new sort of pseudo coach that they have.
So that was a bonus, right?
Fifth coach,
Nice.
not Gen.G, but for GE.
Yeah, okay,
Komodo.
who's that? Oh, Komodo. I don't think that's a good thing, to be honest. I've played ranked with Komodo on KO, and I've never been team flash more in my life. So,
I know he's
so
gonna,
far the flashes have been good
That's
from
fighting
Xavi.
words.
But look, we'll see if that continues. There's plenty more that we haven't seen from
Happy
Mikhail.
birthday, Crystal. Yes, everyone, say happy birthday, Crystal.
Over the top of Hookah.
Myokin, what did you do to the team? They are so fucking good. I'm not going to curse it, bro.
The KO on this map, and if you haven't played against it recently, those are the kind of things that could definitely catch you off guard as a Gen.G trying to make this attacking side work, which so far it hasn't. Outside of a pistol and maybe 1 or 2 pretty big rounds from Gen.G, it just feels like
what's this guy in the bottom doing
in this game of Bind.
That's the thing. I mean, G has the ability to play a little bit further up front on the defense. They still have options towards the latter half of the rounds because of the double initiator and everything else. And the players now having that much more synergy to come in with it as well. You see another flashback in.
No, I meant like I don't want to curse anything,
Crystal
bro.
on that deep line.
I don't want to say anything.
With
Let them win the
5
series
sets of
first.
light armor. It's a Stinger
I
light
just
armor
want
5
wins,
for
bro.
Gen.G.
Life, I'm fed up of losing.
Does go up trying to obscure the information over on this B side of the map, but even if the A take does come in, I do think you're going to see a quick flank through the TP. Giving up the site now.
What information did you get that you all rotate B?
Own devices, the outlaw that is.
I think just looking for some outlaw picks, but they're not able to really get too much value out of the outlaw. All the stuns on the site. Plant will go down for Foxy9. How does GE approach this retake? I thought that they were going to crunch through the TP, but they're actually going to opt to go 5-man through spawn. This could be problematic.
You got 3 players from Gen.G inside of Lamps as well.
Please do not throw this, bro.
Not gonna lie.
If they lose this round, they're fucked.
Clear quite a bit out. Dizzy, now the smoke's coming through. Gen.G are trying to maintain control, maintain close distance up around the spike. Texture still holding on to Lamps. Zink's taking down another player, but getting down for a trade from Yudotan as well. Now Texture up the Bulldog, but slowly bit by bit as they all continue to hunt down.
Obviously we lose this round!
GE are going down to Lakia.
Just gave Gen.G way too much space. I thought they were actually in a decent position. Like earlier, you saw their setup. They had 2 backside. You had the Outlaw posted up from heaven, I believe it was, and then 2 outside of the TP. I thought they were just going to TP crunch and maybe smoke the side of triple and just hold on to bathrooms control. But they give Gen.G the entire site and basically tighten themselves out of a retake. I can't believe they played it like that. That was a nice combo, to be fair. You have the grab net in combo with the Mosh, gets a free kill onto Caron, but 1 free kill with this many stingers in annoying positions is still not good enough to be able to complete a retake.
Why would you let them?
Oh,
long range fights! Why are you letting them without any info?
Now you got the full buys coming in as well, but let's not forget Autumn does have the orbital strike now.
Get the progression smoke from Gen.G up the top of B long. Zinx sent forward with the gate crash behind.
Did you buy any makeup from there?
Kind of trap
I got a lot of skincare. I'm using it right
here
now.
from GE.
Slowly starting to peek their heads across. They're going to find 3 players on the other end, though. Ooh! Lakia slowly trying to push up front now, but at the same time, Karen's still lurking towards the back of A.
Such a tentative standoff between both of these teams. Gen.G still undecided where they want to be going in this round. GE were looking to try to isolate a lurk, and they go 1 for 1. Both of the Neons dead now. Take a lot of the pace out of a round like this. Zinx could still gate crash through the TP. If he gets this pick, though, he'll be able to get Dimensional Drift online.
Crystal, you got.
Feels like G has a good inkling, though. Yeah, they're not going to let him walk away with it.
It's A! It's A, you dumbasses!
Is in play, but with the Thrash online for GE, that's really going to streamline this retake. You can blow up U-Haul with the Orbital as well, so a lot of good tools to secure GE.
No, my whole team is being so like, what are they doing?
Just to find a bit more spacing first.
Retake, yeah, I get it.
Feels like Gen.G are
Read my upper chat, Neo.
as well now. Keeping eyes trained towards
I said, yeah, long time no see,
bro. That. They're starting to turn away. They're actually trying to sneak her back behind. Not sure if G might have heard it, though, but it's a great position to send out the Nightfall either way. Now
nice
holding the angle. Crystal walks away with a kill. It's just left the rest of the players up towards Showers onto site. They're getting tagged up by utility, but the spray control. What is that? Just Foxy9, and someone has the molly still though. Javier for the trade and sticks it down to the end. The spike has been halved.
But
0.5 in it. I thought the wingman got that defuse off, but the snakebite molly combo destroyed it. Takes everything away from GE to be able to complete that retake, but they've still got it done. Right down to the wire after a very awkward exchange in the middle of the map here. I cannot believe that only went 1 for 1. Really nice util usage to be able to clear out the active work of Zinx. And I love how Gen.G played quite nicely.
What is that? Sitting and moving and spraying.
A great shot
what
to
is
be
this
able to
game?
win the round, but just couldn't quite pull it off.
always feels like it comes down to the wire with this team, but either way now, potential last buy for Gen.G.
This is crazy from GE, by the way. They've got 5 on B. They've just given up the entire
Wait,
A
what?
site. Gen.G burns the dimensional drift getting in and throws up the deep smoke. So they're kicked up their feet on the coffee table.
Huh?
They are well set up inside of this A site. I wonder if they're going to flip the map here. They could catch Crystal by himself.
It's very possible. Still though, initial point of entry is gonna be from the back of A short, and that's where most of the attention goes to. If Crystal finds his timing just nice, this might still be quite a good retake
What
for
the
GE. Viper's
fuck?
Pit though will be the main obstacle.
Yeah, I do have the KO ult in play as well. They've got to break their way through this pit, and this is a very annoying positioning for Gen.G. Texture going down,
Oh,
in the middle,
nice.
but traded well.
Then
But-
you got Javi as well. Crystal still trying to pick his timing, sneak in through the back. Wingman taken out reveals some positioning, but it's a
No
bucky
time.
in the hands of Zinx after all.
No
So
time, no time.
still, as you hop in and on around, you take down Karen. The pit's gone. Zinx is dumping his body onto the spike, but Crystal trying to get it down to at least half. Burns away from the molly, and that will be enough. Foxy9 walks away with robbery.
Gets himself an orbital at the end of that one. To add insult to injury, Gen.G given full control of that A site multiple times in this half. They got it done with the Stingers, and once again, unsuccessful retake for a GE who tried to run a very cheeky set play straight down B.
You take so long!
Down B long. But just so much position given over to Gen.G, who set themselves up nicely inside of the pit. And then the post plants are enough to secure.
Bro,
the
Prim
round
had
there.
full HP!
It's a good clutch from Foxy after a bit of a rough start to this game. His first half was not particularly awe-inspiring, let's be honest.
Brim would have died also? I don't think so.
He's trying to be that team player now. He's gonna need so much more to close out this map, especially with GE's scoreline.
Overdrive is in play here for Yuditan. Only pistols on offer with a hero rifle on Autumn, saved over from that last round. But they're quick on the flank here.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Gen.G do seem quite aware.
They're just
Because sound is
fighting. It's a
coming!
pack of players straight up B long. Deadlock wall has been deployed, but they can break through that with 5 pretty quickly. How fast do they expect to flank from GE though?
That's the whole thing. This all comes down to the very minute timing. You relinquish control for most of the map, so you are aware down to it, but you're getting caught by utility as well. Orbital comes through, overdrive out from behind. Yudotan is just fishing out in the deep waters, but Gen.G are just hopping all around, avoiding that beam of death. Watching out for the back as well. That's where the only players are left. Not to mention just the fact that this is an eco as well. I mean, they're feeling a little bit more confident now.
Oh. Let's not forget what Patman did in the round
Okay.
previous. In this exact same position, there's no way they complete this retake, right?
Surely not. It's a sheriff. There's no freaking way. There we go.
Big crossfire, Gen.G. Righting their wrongs from earlier. They'd rather not relive
So
that
what all
bad
did he
memory.
use?
That's
They
an 8
use
up on the board from them.
Brimble.
Back and forth exchange
Did they
in the
use
last
Brimble?
couple of rounds, but it feels like slowly but surely Gen.G are working their way through this attacking side, getting in touching distance of double digits now. GE, it has to be said, a lot of cheeky setups on this defense though. They've had some quick plays now, B long, they've left the A site completely open. At some point, if you're playing a bit more of a gambly style, you've got to win some as well as lose some. They've been pretty out positioned a lot of times, but at what point do you run into the stack here as Gen.G?
What all did he use? But where's my ulti?
It just kind of feels like a
Only Brim.
slight guessing game here and there as well. G should be better informed though. 0 point coming out.
And we
Rather
use
up
Neon.
in towards Hookah. Confirms that there's no one in there for now for Gen.G, but they've got to go and re-clear that space. Deadlock set up on this B side of the map, well supported by both the Gecko and the KO. There's a lot of flash plays that you could be making. With the Deadlock wall down inside a B long, it's going to take a while to work through it.
Just trying to thwart the
Nice one,
timings of
Fred.
it as well. You peek off of the wall.
Caron dealt with. Just trying to chip away at the wall. He's been punished quite heavily for that. And Gen.G are creeping their way up into Hookah, but with the Deadlock util underneath, it's going to be very hard to bust into this site.
Unless you can walk away unscathed in this round, it feels like this might be where
Oh, nice.
the Death Bell gets
Nice.
rung somewhat.
Long.
GE pretty much in control, especially with all the utility across the site.
If Crystal died then, we are so fucked.
So GE now
If
finishing
Crystal
up
died here,
to match
we are so
point.
fucked.
Yeah, very nice setup, and that's kind of what I was saying. At some point, you've got to run into the strong side, and when you lost your Viper right off the rip, all of that passive pressure on the other side of the map goes away. You're not so much worried about a Bathroom's Lurk as the defense. You're not so much worried about the wall or the orb going up to create that doubt in your mind that there could be a play on the other side of the map, and that's where this singular focus can come on in. Overdrive gets ripped, immediately picked up by the Annihilation, and once you lose the Neon on the entry there, things get a lot more difficult.
I read it twice. I didn't read your other chat
Prince repeat the
twice.
same things again. Of course, the weaker site now would be
Yellow
A site.
BT,
Trying to recognize that.
Autumn being left on his lonesome over there this time. Not throwing a stim for
Dude,
the
I'm
boys,
live only in
creeping up
YouTube, right?
in towards Bathroom side.
Ooh. Trying to delay
Why?
as much possible, but it's texture with an op, of course.
Why?
Now you got no smokes for the retake.
What
That's
are
going to
you
make things
doing?
difficult. You know,
Make it make sense.
Oh, I cannot
you know
believe
what?
he's got away with 2 there.
Weird timings because of the sprint.
You know
and
what?
Now he's going off for it more. Got Javi chiming in as well, and at this point, it's texture, low
What?
HP, no spike to gain. 50 seconds to play out the round. GE are just gonna
Wait,
hop
what?
around and close out the map.
I wrote twice
fashion.
something and you
13 to 8,
can't
I
see
would
the
say
same
this
thing twice. How is it possible?
100%. Gen.G started with the first
I said,
pistol, but
what
you
is-
get a
what
big
is-
streak
just
around
type it
on
again.
attack there
What
for
did you type?
GE. They get themselves
Is
a
it,
very
hello,
nicely
Mugen, long time no
started,
see?
attacking side and are able to make it work on defense as well. A lot of cheeky, gambly setups from them.
Very intentional as well. I
Too
mean,
close,
you
too
love
close.
to see how they're kind of starting to cook
I think
all
this
of
was
this
our
up.
map,
Now
right?
we're tossed to the coach interview on the stage.
Mine going GE's way now. We're having coaches interview for
Oh, Platoon's getting his 5 minutes time, bro.
Thank you for joining me. So congratulations on the map win on the bind, which was your map pick. Just wanted to ask you
Platoon's
about
always
this comp
smiling, bro.
you're running. Was this your way of countering the current meta that's super duelist focused?
A little bit of that and a little bit just.
No,
like,
I said I'm going to send you
I
a
feel like
photo
our
on Discord and I'm
players
going to
found a new
curse me.
identity after kickoff,
What the fuck?
and we're kind of experimenting with different roles and what we thought was really good for us then.
What did
I
you
think
send on
we've
Discord?
grown from that
Okay.
altogether, and a little bit of the comp stuff, but I think it's just what we're really comfortable with our own game. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of identity, back in
is-
kickoff, Vito was definitely GE's thing. Is he out of the picture now, or what should we expect?
That's still to be seen, I'm going to say. But we still like Vito. We still think Vito is a great agent.
What is great deal?
Just this is what we're playing for now.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, and I'm gonna
Oh,
let
that's
you get back
nifty.
to your team.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm wondering why was the guy messaging me?
A great start for global esports for the very first match of stage 1
Yeah,
here, and really nice
crazy.
to hear from Platoon, who's been with this team since the beginning of this year.
Yeah, I mean, full respect to them. They said, hey, we're trying to find a new identity. The players are figuring stuff out. We're figuring roles out. And they came into Bind swinging. They're not playing the way
Check
everybody
DM.
else is. We're seeing Gecko. We're seeing KO.
I feel Platoon is a very jolly person.
different
He
approaches
is
to the
he's
current
not,
meta,
but
they
he's
made
your
it look very
positive. He
smooth
thinks
there
positive
in
in
map
life
one.
a lot.
Yeah, really good start for them. And this is
And I
exactly
thought
the
our
kind of
games are going to start
win
at
that you want to see a
2:30.
concise one overall here
2:30,
from Global
3:30,
Esports to come out.
4:30.
You know, drop that opening pistol. Looked like Gen.G maybe about to get a bonus conversion, but
Wait, I
you
actually
started
thought
to
our game was
really
going to
shut them
start at
down from
2:30.
there.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job. I feel like they understood the strengths of this composition
Check
very
DM.
well, and also they stepped up individually. I didn't see anyone
I
lighting
didn't
up,
get anything, DM.
particularly on the side of Gen.G. We didn't see anyone get hot, really start to take over the game, which is exactly how Global Esports want to keep it. We know they're good individuals. Now it's just about bringing that forward into map 2, because that's your own pick. Now you got to play your opponents.
Yeah, that's right. And Platoon was mentioning for this particular map of Bind, they let the players, I don't know, but the plan was to let the players play something they were more comfortable on. I mean, this team is pretty notorious for having multiple agent comps per map. So when you just have your players who are very good individually play agents that they're comfortable with, this is the kind of result that, you know, comes out of it. And I think they looked very, again, comfortable going against Gen.G.
Yeah, and on some things that I would not have expected players to be comfortable on so quickly. I mean, Autumn coming out playing the Brimstone, that was something that I didn't really anticipate at all. But in the end, it ended up looking very strong from him. He put up one hell of a performance.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. I mean, I think we've seen
Discord, yeah?
duelists play that Brimstone in the past. You know, something's done it. So many other players have done it, and I think that's a very
I
sort of, it's a
cannot
nice pipeline. I think the
wait.
duelist players quite like it because they just drop those smokes and then they're able to go. So So I think Autumn
What
did
is
a
that?
great
Boom.
job, really managed to capitalize on that change there. So
I mean, it's a
think
collectible.
respect
I'm not
to
going to
this
blame you. It's
global team,
collectible.
I think this is exactly the map one that we wanted to see from them.
Yeah, definitely. But on the other side of Gen.G, not so much a performance that we wanted here. I know you put Foxy9 on your build diff roster
let go of
big
it.
time.
Both of your, two of your players down at the bottom.
Hello?
Foxy and Udo.
Shut up!
Can we play Foxy? Yeah, but I mean, I think
Shut up! Don't
a bit
play!
of a slow start for everyone on this Gen.G team. Lakia there at the top of the scoreboard for them, and I think that's not something you ever want to see if you're a Gen.G fan. Lakia's place is not at the top of the scoreboard in what should be a high fragging team.
It's like when we were seeing Stax be the one leading the charge,
Yeah.
Master Satsuyako and all the matches that T1 is kind of getting bodied in. It's not really what you want to be seeing. Like you said, you want texture.
You're not angry.
you
I
want
could have
Six
bought
when he's on
G,
the
but
Fjord
bought
to
Boom.
really be the tip of the
It's
spear.
a personal
And
choice, bro. I'm never going to force someone to spend how they're going to spend their
I didn't really
money.
feel like we ever
I will
got
tell them
to
this is
see
better,
the
but
reason
I'm not going to force
Yeah.
people.
there was never that much trickery thrown in here. We weren't seeing Gen.G going for crazy teleport plays. So I think this might
But
just
that's a
be something
collectible.
that has to get workshopped and moved away from.
It's like
Yeah, I mean,
Bleed.
I have to agree.
Bleed-
I do
wait,
think
Bleed
Bind
has
is a
one,
map
right?
where Yoru can work, but
Bleed
they
has a gun,
didn't
does
show
it?
us
Yeah, yeah.
anything
Bleed-
really to do
Bleed
with
has
the
one, that is
Yoru. Zinx
collectible
was
as
just
well.
standing there and fighting half the time, and he can do that on any agent. So I do think that we might be seeing changes
Yeah, I
down the
forgot,
line, but
this
that is
also
their
got
opponent's
option.
map pick. Maybe they were surprised in the veto. Maybe this is a map that they put a lot less time in compared to some of the others in the pool.
Perhaps. But I do want to go back to global
forgot
esports.
about
There's a
this.
guy that we had
I
our
forgot about
eyes
this, I
on
forgot
since
about this.
kickoff, and that was Patman.
Yeah.
Bit of a slow start, but
Yeah.
things really picked up.
I'm going
I
to
mean,
buy
I think
G
this is
2026.
exactly
Yeah,
what
buy
we
the
want to see from
2026.
him. We know he can make
Yeah.
big plays, and these are
Oh,
two
Jason
rounds, two
Derulo.
separate PKs. One of them being a 1v3, where he takes over the round, wins it entirely on
Man
his own,
got it,
basically,
bro.
and keeps the
Nice.
momentum in their favor. If he's not able to light up in those moments, I think things could have
I need
got
to clean
a
my ears,
lot
bro.
worse for Global Esports very
It's
quickly.
not dirty.
Yeah, I mean, he's continuing to show his
Bro.
versatility. He's continuing to show that
Sorry, guys.
he is a player that can, hit these incredible strides, hit these incredible peaks. I mean, the 517 ACS we were talking about it earlier. This obviously isn't that level of a performance, but it's still such a rock solid one from him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also back on the initiator where
Yes.
he made his name, so it's no surprise that he's comfortable there and he's able to immediately start off strong.
Yeah, and he was on the Gecko, and we did see a couple of wingman plans. We were really impressed
Yeah.
with global esports plans.
Look, I mean, this is why this little guy is in the roster.
Turn
Look
away,
at him.
Sliggy, turn away.
Yeah, I was Sliggy doesn't know what he's talking about. Look at this guy. He's putting in so much work, and I think it's so important that teams aren't really prepared for it. They see he's actually in front of the molly. They miss the spam. This little guy actually puts in work so consistently and even starts to get the diffusers in that second half. I mean, I think the big thing for global esports is this composition. When they're attacking, it's all about those strong post plants. Wingman is a part of that, but KO has a molly, Brim has a molly, Gecko has a molly, and they have so much util to put together traps like this. I mean, Texture manages to live and somehow gets a kill. That's the caveat to this, where if teams are still able to shoot you in the face, you might struggle.
Yeah.
So I am curious if they bring this composition out again if they play Bind. Because I think once is a surprise, second, every time, everyone's going to be that little bit more prepared. But I do think it was well worked, well put together, and I liked it.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
think
bro.
so, and I think they liked it too.
By
It
the way,
definitely
white jersey
paid off
purchased
there.
one.
And
Oh,
as we go into
Wait, did you get that to get the black
It's going to be very interesting.
I like the white one, though.
Like Jen,
I don't know why everyone's hyped
Platoon
for the
on
black.
the stage there. Are we going to see the Vito come back on Split? They played more than one agent comp there, but Vito
Yeah.
was so memorable for global esports.
Yeah, I mean, he says it's still within their wheelhouse, so it's something they could bring out.
They
But if they're not going to leave
split.
the veto, I think that going into something like the chamber as well
Yeah.
could be really, really strong here. My
They pick
biggest
split.
question is Gen.G. Okay, you're picking this map. Texture, we know he can play that Neon, but are you still going to be running the
I
Yor?
thought they were
I mean,
gonna
what
pick
is your
him.
take on this big time? Because it feels like
Oh.
Split in the past, an absolute playground for Yoru, but
Gen.G
given
Gen.G
the
ban
changes,
Lotus?
and you can't transition across the map as quickly and
Yeah.
as reliably, I think that this is one that you don't really want to lean into him.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it a lot less on Split after the nerfs. Now, I think on
Ban
Bind I can
12.
forgive it. You can see how it would make sense. But I think
Makes sense.
if Gen.G
Gen.G ban
decide to
Breeze.
play Yoru 2 maps in a row, it
So
starts to ask the
weird.
question of, oh, do they not think like this nerf is impactful at all? Are we going to be seeing even more Yoru?
It seems
from
like
them?
Gen.G
And then
got
I would
a
start to be
playbook,
little
bro.
bit worried. It's not very cutting edge. It's not very modern if they're stuck in the patch of
That's
last
weird.
month. So,
Oh my
very,
God,
very
Celebrate is
curious.
live.
That is a very big
Are you
question
M4?
outside of Gen.G now.
Because that act is just
Definitely.
fucking
In fact,
me up, bro.
Jen had a
M39S.
word with Coach
What is
Solo
this, Messi?
over on stage.
Never mind.
Not yet.
She's about to have a word with Coach Solo on the stage.
I think she is
getting
about
ready.
to. I think it's,
Let's
these are
see,
big
yes.
questions for Solo right now. When you have so
I
much
see,
expectation for
I
Gen.G, since that
Truly,
Masters Trophy
you're
win,
banked to
it's
be
been sort of like
no
ups
promotion
and
for this.
downs here. And now with
Also
Foxy9,
been down.
yeah, and lots of downs now. And with Foxy9 back on the roster, we are honestly having better expectations. We did predict
Whole
Gen.G
user
in
was
the
the
end.
GOAT football.
And you know what? We're just going to have to
I
hear
remember that.
from the man himself, Coach Solo, over with Gen.
They should have just kept it like that. Wait.
Gen here with Gen.G Solo. Now Solo, tough luck on map 1, which was Bind, but we saw
Yo,
Foxy9
why are they
on Brimstone.
doing them
So what was
between
the
maps?
vision here? Talk to us about the implementation of Foxy9 into the team. 감독님 먼저 1세트 아쉽게 내주고 말았는데요.
Why would I answer all
포크나인
this?
선수의 포지션이 굉장히 궁금했었는데 바인드에서는
Wait.
브림스톤을 했더라고요.
Doesn't make
어떤
sense.
과정이
Why would I
있었고
answer
어떤
all this truthfully
계획이었는지
anyways?
여쭤보고 싶습니다.
일단은 저희가 이제 빈 자리가 테스트도
I
많이
will so
해보고
tilted. Yeah, I will be tilted too. I will like
음악이
brother.
빈 자리가 되어가지고 네, 재성 선수가
He's a real
잘
sports. He's a
해줬고
real sports. We're
그래서
talking it through.
기용하게 됐습니다.
And let's listen what he's
Well,
saying.
yeah, it was more of a plug and play because we tested a lot of different comps, but it seemed like Foxy9 was really good on the smokes roll, so we thought it might be a
No,
good
don't say
replacement for,
that.
the empty spot that we had. Now, one more
Or
thing.
maybe he's fooling us, but
Yoru,
don't say
we
that.
thought the nerf had killed him, but we saw him from your team. So, do you feel like he's still kind of viable on some maps? 그리고 이제 너프 이후에 요루가 아예
Why would he answer
사용되지 않을
this?
줄 알았는데 바인드에서 기용을 하셨거든요. 이제 아직도 몇몇 맵에서는 좀 충분히 기용할 수 있다는 마음이셨을까요?
그렇게 생각하고 있기도 하고 뭐 물론 너프긴 하지만 그리고 저희가 또 너프 전에 또
No.
많이 준비를 해놨어요.
Don't answer
이
truthfully.
조합으로. 근데 이제 너프를 당했는데
If I was him,
그러고
no,
나서도 좀
bro.
as
As your opponent, don't answer truthfully.
네, 기용을 했습니다.
What the hell?
Well, yeah, I somewhat think that he is still kind of viable, but the thing is, we prepped a lot of different strats before the nerf kicked in, so we couldn't just throw it out the window, and I actually do think it's very doable to run the Yoru in this meta.
Don't
so
say
yeah,
that!
we're gonna try. Thank you very much, Solo, and good luck in the next map.
감사합니다.
As your opponent as well. Don't say
Now,
that.
Coach Solo,
When is streaming
Gen.G,
ranked again,
they
Uncle?
are pretty notorious at this point for
Soon,
largely
soon.
keeping things the
Not
same
right
and then
now. I
refining
have a
it and
busy schedule.
perfecting it and making it better each and every time. But now I'm happy to see that he's been trying new things out, but it still seems he's gonna use the Euro anyway, and Foxy9 remains on controller.
Not here. This is actually, I think, one of the... We might have to look back on this, but this might be one of the only maps where we really are going to get solo duelists on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Foxy9 being on that Omen, it is still a question mark. When you have Caron in your team, that is, of course, something we have to talk about. On the side of Global, they're keeping things relatively simple. They're bringing back that veto, but it's Autumn who's playing it and Yudatan on that
Very
raise.
busy,
So
I
a
see
little
you
bit
in
of
the
differences
videos.
there, but ultimately the same,
I was the one who
same
shot
style
this
as
videos.
Kickoff.
I mean, much more active controller with this Omen for Foxy9.
Yes.
A lot more micro that you have to be, you know,
Veto
just
Autumn?
keeping tabs on timings, where you're placing your smokes, the paranoia usage to set
That
up.
you did not
This
see
is going to be
coming,
a
huh?
bigger
Did you?
test than the Brim was.
Oh, 100%.
Clap,
All right,
clap.
we are going to send it over to our casters for map 2. We're going to see if Gen.G can bring it to a map 3. Korean casters are having a lot of fun over on the stage here. But we have our own casters here in the form of Pilski
Oh, that's
and
so good,
Black.
though. Good, no, chat?
Forgot about that, but
Why am I
yeah.
talking to as if like I have
Feeling the
thousands of
vibes
views?
out in the arena.
Hi,
but
Vic.
W chat showed.
At the end of
W
it,
chat
I
showed
mean,
them
it
why
still
you are
is
the
going to
goat.
be, you know, Gen.G up the back against the wall. It feels as though G has come in with the roaring start that they wanted, you know, baby roar.
Yeah,
But on the split.
Look, Gen.G hasn't necessarily looked fantastic so far in this series, and I think in a group like this where you've got TRX, PaperX, and Nongshim, the two Masters finalists, you can't really afford to lose this series when only 4 teams go through, so I think they're going to have to wake up, and they're going to have to wake up fast. I'm looking at the Raze playing into something like a Cypher much better than a Neon would, and I think that the Cypher is maybe positioned to deal with the Neon a bit more in this meta. Zinx solo over towards this B side of the map with the Viper Wall for a little bit of assistance, and look at this big trap set up here for GE. He needs to make sure he doesn't walk into that.
Well, you would assume that he's just going to stick around to lurk. She's not going to sit still, though.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
they're gonna
they're
rotate
throwing out
fast.
the paint shells and the C's to be able to take B main control. You see the pivot straight through the middle of the map here for Gen.G. They take ropes control. They're going to head over in Patman's direction.
He's already in position as well. He's going to transfer all that information to his team. Find the right timing. Sneak back across. Current lurking back around, just trying to catch him off guard, but he's going to eat a lot of bullets instead.
Yeah, full heaven control here. Lakia playing a little bit more pressure. Which direction does GE take this retake? Straight through screen side into texture. He's been able to do quite well with a 1-for-1 there. Paranoia holding them at bay for now.
That's going to do quite
That's
a bit
early
as
Paranoia.
well. Maybe a Ford Current, a little bit more time
Ah!
on the peaks. And then
He's shooting somebody else!
Right clicks. He sends out the smoke. Makes it a little bit more difficult, but still, GE will trudge through. Now, straight from inside the smokes, Pat's going to walk away with a couple more kills.
Nice!
And that makes it all that you need. GE walks away with a pistol.
Yeah,
Are you
Gen.G very
streaming
much
every
poised
game or
for
just
maybe a
GE?
retake through ramp
Let's see.
side and get caught
Let's
a
see
little
how
bit
this
by the
game
pace
goes.
that was set on screens from GE.
God.
Nightmare
I don't have
start
permission, by
to
the way.
this attacking side of Split. This was their
I
map
have
pick,
not
and let's not forget how
applied
successful
for
GE
Watch
was
Party
on this
rights.
map last Split. They did quite well
Man
with
is
the veto
shooting-
in the
Oh, he
past.
shot? Wait, he
So,
shot?
I think they're going to be quite at home on a map like this, and
Oh,
for a
huh?
team like Gen.G to
I
pick
thought
it
it was
into
headshot.
them, you got to be quite bold, you got to be quite
Patman
confident
the
that it's
clutcher.
going to work out for them.
Might actually be a little bit better now that you've got, Yudotan back on the Raze as well.
Where to
I mean,
apply
he
for
was
permission?
monstrous
No
on the
clue.
Raze. In
I
fact,
just
when
tell,
he was
hey
brought into
Mohit,
this
I
roster,
need
remember it was
permission.
Patrick
I don't know,
who
he does
wasn't
something.
quite able to get into the server in time. They had to put Yudotan on the Raze, and it turned out he's pretty sick at the Asian. He's already been battle tested with
remember
it.
the laws.
Deceptor in position. Autumn, a player who's now on the Seti role and feeling right at home. Let's not forget, this man has played plenty of this role. He is
Spike
not just
drop.
a duelist player.
Spike,
For sure.
guys.
I would say some of the mechanical skill transfers over to the role. He's just locking down this site, making things
So we
difficult
just give
for
them that this
Gen.G.
way.
You look towards Zinx, who, oh, okay.
Handed Crystal a free haircut on his birthday. That's pretty nice of him. Sees dodge quite nicely. Zinx has made it quite deep on out here, but the Prowler confirms
my
his position,
God.
and Zavi will pick him up.
What is the smoke?
Nice haircut. Much appreciated.
Wait, what is that gap in that
Haircut on your
smoke?
birthday. I'll take it. I mean, I was liking your durian cut earlier, but now you're back to your usual style. I think it suits you a little better.
It's more of a comfort Tyrion now, as I
Oh.
kind of hope that Gen.G gives us a better map.
No.
Okay, I like that one. Texture slides on through.
Oh,
but,
nice.
Yudotan
Holy crap,
onto
that
the
shot is
Guardian.
crazy.
Yeah, Patience, Yudo, and Crystal both earning themselves 2 old dwarves each in that anti-eco, closer to an evolution and a showstopper as they head through into their bonus. Gen.G now prepping themselves for their first gun round. Foxy9 not looking too comfortable on the Brimstone in that opening map. Feels,
Bro, Harvey
again,
would
like
have
Gen.G
died if
is
they
trying
had
to
other
plug
people. What
the
the
role
fuck is that?
question in their team, which has been opened up by Charon playing Sentinel. They could have just put Charon back on the controller, but that still hasn't happened. So that kind of begs the question, why?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's just so weird. I don't know, but I guess we'll just have to kind of cross our fingers and hope and see.
Oh my god! There are like 20,000 people!
Of course, as
you
proactive as ever,
dumbasses.
but they're going to be
Bro, you-
punished for it.
Call,
Nice
Ludo,
try,
call!
you know, the
See
set
the
play
minimap.
up over the top, double satchel into the
Why
progression
would he
smoke
peek
there
like that
on the
anyways?
dark cover.
We don't
looking for a
flash,
pick.
nothing.
Gen.G all over it. Now the contact walk back up onto the line. It's just Crystal here with the Bulldog pushed away by the
What
Prowler.
was that, bro? And
Very
what are these
uncomfortable,
walls?
tosses out the sneeze, but
The sneeze.
seize. Oh my god, what did I
I thought
say?
it was Frost that was feeling
Bro, I
under
lost
the
like
weather.
9
It's
games
spreading
back to
through the
back.
team
Oh,
now.
A
jeez.
little bit, and technically he's right under us. But still, coaching booth. Either way, just trying to hold down to this choke point to the best of his ability.
Hey, how did
Gen.G
Pepper not get spotted?
back towards the top of heaven.
It's a nice high-low through the gap in the Viper wall that gives a
Hey.
pick over to Gen.G, but the pivot, Zinx very active on the lurk. He is the consolation, the second plan B here for Gen.G that allows them to break on into the B side. Autumn has repositioned, activating his interceptor now and looking for a pick with the Outlaw.
If he goes unchecked, it could be good, but at the end of the day, it's still an outlaw. Everyone from Gen.G pretty much up to
Oh,
full
nice.
shields.
It's a good pick for Crystal, and now you're going to be able to run a bit of a bait setup inside of B main. If Autumn goes down here, I'm not sure they're going to be ready for
Oh
Patman on the
my
flank.
god. Why is this?
A little bit of that fake, but Pat,
Oh.
really awkward. They're going to swing him together. Gen.G just looking to protect the spike with their lives. Crystal, of course, trying to make his own moves as well, but it's
No,
way
bro,
too
you gotta
exposed.
won
So
that.
just down to
3-3.
Pat.
It's a round that could have gone very poorly for Gen.G, and they've walked away with it. Foxy9 and Lakia barely clinging to life. Patman scrambling back into the site. Will lose his Vandal here, but he's really just trying to cause any damage, and Gen.G are giving him nothing to work with.
Pretty much. So aware. Just going to hang back as well. They can get, some alt points here as well. They might as well go for it. Lakia's close to the Nightfall now.
He's been quite good this series. That streak from him in the opening gun round. He was actually the standout over on Bind. Question in this meta is, what Enit are you going to run on various maps? And I know a lot of teams are trusting the Sky because with the nerf of Yoru, it creates this question in your composition. Where did the flashes come from? And do you even use any? And you've seen in various other regions, both CN as well as over in EMEA.
He got
in the secondary
flicked in the head and he still shot him, bro.
To be able to answer kind of the
just unlucky, bro. That whole round was unlucky.
Space, though, no flashes on either team except for the paranoia, really.
Maybe more of the Nightfall in this case. But for now, it's just going to be Texture all the way up front. Catches up someone on a slight timing. Yudo time to trade.
Yeah, Haunts exchange back and forth. Oh, swinging through the Viper Orb. I thought Patman was on for 2 there, but Foxy9 shuts him down nicely.
Oh, now gotta get caught by Javi though. So just constantly getting doors shut in their faces. Gen.G now find themselves with the only option, the A site.
Oh, Yudo though, he could be on for a big multi-frag here, but caught off guard by Lakia, who continues to deliver. Nightfall is in play. Prowler will clear out all
jump
the
and he got cucked,
so
bro.
A-site, look, is definitely an option,
Oh,
but
nice.
not when you get caught on the cross by Crystal.
Continuing to jiggle peek as well. Karen just has one mission in his mind. Get the spike planter. Okay, trying to bait some of them out.
And Caron is always so clutch in these kind of positions. You have to give him a lot of respect as GE. They're just going to trust the numbers here.
He's still tapping the spike.
Yeah.
Walks up towards elbow.
I mean, look, he's just looking for a 1v1, trying to bait out a bit of a mistake from GE. But former Rookie of the Year demanding a lot of respect in that 1-on-2, despite not having a particularly great finish. These players in Gen.G still have so much veteran savvy and so much aura. So much respect over here in Pacific. I think this was the key kill. I think if Foxy picks up Savvy there on B, this round's done and dusted. Great positioning, start to finish from these players on GE. Has to be said. Very scrappy round, which came down to a mere milliseconds in certain duels, but Gen.G have had their money broken. Big round for GE to win.
Keep the wind in their sails, as it were. Just continuing to gain proactive control. I mean, look at that outside garage.
Yeah. Bit of an exchange inside a middle. Texture is one off of his overdrive. And especially with something like the Nightfall, you could take a lot of HP away from these players on GE, and that's where something like a Bucky, a Sheriff, a Guardian can very much clean up some of these decayed players.
Well, you always just going to want to watch out for positions where Texture could suddenly pop through.
I mean, Foxy has already made his intentions clear. He's already fired a Bucky shot into Mail. So GE are well aware of what's on the cards in a round like this.
Very defensive positions. Veto in towards elbow.
It's a lot of space being given. They're just trusting the angles, trusting the retake. Trying to, again, kind of chip down Gen.G before they're actually able to get into a successful post plant. Prowler goes forward on A main here. Gen.G taking more and more space. Autumn digging his heels into the site to play off Crystal's util.
Yo, this Batman can put a wall on O, bro. Was it intentional?
Options to play around it. He's gonna eat the Nightfall 4 now. Crystal walks away with the kills through the smoke. And Autumn is unscathed by it, unbothered. The counter Nightfall comes in, and it's pretty much just GE to flood back in Lakia. What do you have? Nothing much. It's G up to 4.
Yeah, Crystal's positioning has been pixel perfect so far this game. Caught multiple players on the cross out of A main. Another successful haunt before Gen.G is able to actually get into a comfortable A site post plant. They're just losing players coming out of the chokes. Great spam, great use of the Phantoms. 5 Phantoms in play there. Very intentional for GE that they just want to play a spam heavy game and punish Gen.G on the entry into site.
Working out well with the macro as well. I mean, you really, once again, hope to see more from Gen.G. Some signs of life, a bit of breathing, perhaps.
Yeah, Cage for the cross sets up Texture for a little bit of control of A-Ramp. Chokehold is in place up there. See Gen.G just trying to bait out some kind of reaction from GE on A main. Very tentative of how far they should push the issue. Autumn caught there on the cross though, and that's an open A site for Gen.G.
Huge as soon as the curtains fall. Now it's pat down in the ground.
What is happening?
Finally, they found a decent timing. Shotgun sings
What-
for
what-
Zabi
what
though.
were
Karen
we-
caught
what were
on the
we-
flank,
what were
but
we
it's still
doing
the
in this
same
what were we
situation
doing in
for
this A
GE.
side?
A very difficult retake on the cards.
You have TP to move around.
Unless Zurotan somehow finds a little bit more, but he'll have his choice as he streams in towards Elbow. The rest of the team now beginning to make some moves. They found Zix.
He's dead.
Nice.
Foxy still taking his time though, and that's where I do get a little bit worried, but Lakia pretty much has things under his grasp. Yudotan beginning to make his assertions! 3 kills! And down to the 1v1. Foxy still has the full kit, so gonna toss out the paranoia.
Oh!
Lines
Oh,
Yudotan absolutely.
Yeah, key round for Foxy to win. Yudotan on a bit of a heater there, picks up the showstopper at the end of the round, and that got very expensive for Gen.G in a round where they don't really have the money to replace those weapons. Started off so
What
well
is
for them.
peaks, bro?
That was at one point a 5-on-3.
Harvey just
Karen gets
baited
picked
that
on the
guy.
flank, and it feels like Gen.G
Wait,
are really
what? Crystal
struggling through a lot
unlucky.
of rounds that they should be able to close out more
Like-
cleanly.
like-
Another 3K
Lakia,
for
you stupid
Lakia.
ass!
He has been gold today. In theory, Lakia should be the weakest fragger on your team, but he is just delivering time and time again.
Really living up to the moniker, but back to another go. It's the pit online now. Flushes Gen.G over.
Off angle from Zavi. He is by himself here, and it is a triple peek on the cards. Spams away. Give it a little bit of space. There's a counter spam back through the wood wall. And picked. It's a nice opener for Gen.G. A lot of pressure on this B site now.
Very open position. Because of that, now Crystal getting a little bit itchy.
Yeah, Yudotan bringing the showstopper over to the other side of the map. They're expecting a flood back into B. Autumn making a nice mid-round push here. Could give them the information that they need. Crystal dealing with the trip and sinks to boot.
Prowler in towards the back of sewer as well. Pat is just tucked neatly into this corner.
Yeah, Stinger, though, brings a little bit of punching power away from him. Rotation back from Crystal. He has not put a foot wrong this entire game thus far, and he's got a 1v4 on his hands.
Use brains.
Now Pat's beginning to make his
Use
moves
your
as
sounds.
well. Suddenly you see that everything's clear. You start to hear some
God.
footsteps. You call the team across. You
Don't
think
have
that
time.
Just nice. Showstopper will be huge. Set play coming in. Either way, Gen.G just trying to kick down these doors. Or get the spike in quick, but the showstopper has already arrived. Party brought over to you. How do you like that? Pat out from
Wait,
behind.
what?
Still the toss in Nightfall though. Gen.G are not backing down from the fight.
Yeah, getting the retake in through from a ramp side. That's a cheeky position from Lakia on the off angle.
Very possible. Just down for the count, but not out.
Nice!
Still,
Oh my god.
weapons will reign supreme. Low HP.
Where did
there's
Yudo-
not
where-
much
where did
you can
Yudo
do
use ult?
unless you had those well-placed shots.
It's another round where you get a bit of an entry into A, but unfortunately can't close out the post plan. It feels like GE is constantly given so much space in these retakes. They're able to successfully get flanks off. They're able to retake through ramp side. Love the fast flood approach from GE. They had the veto TP in A heaven with Autumn on that B side of the map. So they're able to just
What were
very
you planning to do?
flexibly
Sit and spam
rotate
back?
and stack. That's a big kill again from Crystal.
Holy, Crystal
The
was
fades
insane.
are having so much impact from both teams.
Batman also is insane.
But the setup from GE is what's so impressive. Even with Zappy over on that B side of the map, he had the From the Shadows. So in theory, the Veto and the Omen on that B side of the map could stack A so quickly. We talked about the previous meta where Yoru's with the gate crash allowed you to be able to fast flood and stack the correct sites. But similarly for GE actually, with the Omen and the Veto on that B side of the map, being able to TP A Heaven and From the Shadows across the map, that is such an easy fast flood kind of stacky approach. And on top of that, you throw the rocket. I mean, it's hard to actually convert an A site after plant really as Gen.G.
That's why we'll have another relatively early timeout halfway through in the first half for Gen.G. But other than that, yeah, GE just feels like they have so many
You see
options.
that
and it
VCT thing
doesn't
put
help
there?
when all of their players are
That was our suggestion
starting
from the
to perform
start.
to this level as well. I mean, Crystal continuing to push here and there. I was not expecting to get that kill against Zix.
Gen.G, it just feels like pound for pound inside of the server are not stepping
Is
up
Frost
to the
sick?
level
Yeah.
that's required. Firepower
He's under the-
GE
under
are
the
nowhere
weather.
in this series. Zinx has not had any
Under
impact
the
on this
weather.
side. Another rough game from Caron. Felt like they were not super online, not super active in bind, and I'm not getting the sense that much has changed coming into split here. Lakia is once again top fragging on the fade. This is bad news bears for Gen.G.
Are you in India or Korea?
Next round.
India, brother.
Slightly
Why? How
naked.
my background become like this?
Yeah, not a lot on offer.
Brother, you've been watching me before. The same background.
At the prospect of a couple of freebies. Shotgun up on A Heaven. There's no way you're
Nonsense.
making your way up there.
Oh, you
A
mama.
lot of possibilities to delay as
Ma.
well, the positioning of
Kau
it.
boleh.
Javi with the judge.
I thought you had some
Gen.G has
Mr.
just been
Beast
given the
level
middle of the map
products.
yet again. GE are
What the
quite
fuck?
happy to give it up. Play around
no.
that. If you could get a good timing though when a pick onto either Patman or Crystal here, they could be
That's
on for
nice.
one, but Patman covering B main nicely, and that's
Oh,
where the
nice.
Outlaw gets involved.
I find so much more as well. The sea. We're going bungee jumping.
I saw that in Harry Potter! He's floating into the air!
Cass is stupefied.
Stupid man.
Oh, unfortunate.
What the hell?
Man, that's rough. Charon's literally been force choked into the air by a nicely placed C's.
Do it. Do it.
He did do it to him, to be fair, the Outlaw against the Eco.
And
He's disgusting.
Guardian Leviosa.
It's too easy for GE this game, isn't it?
But this is so awkward because
Guardian
Gen.G were the
Leviosa.
ones who, walking away from kickoffs, didn't play split that
Guardian
much.
number
Even
well is set.
against GE, who had it 4 times played.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next shot.
Oh.
Gonna try to pick up the pace, but it's a C-state combo. Will end him on the spot. Gorgeous utility from GE.
Oh,
You had a
shit.
timeout
That is
coming
crazy.
into this round. This was not meant to happen, but unfortunately it did.
Oh,
Now
two.
you just lie in wait.
No,
You
don't
have
pick.
much
No,
else,
don't pick.
You don't have options towards the back of other sites, other portions of the
Don't
map.
We're going to contact into Zabby. He's got a shotgun. You've got the
No!
utility. We can't even throw
No!
a C's as luckier. This is falling apart, Quack.
Are we for real?
What
The
the
Yudotan's gone
fuck?
off peak.
Yudotan just ran
Get hit
from
by the
left to
paranoia
right.
as well.
What?
Autumn's starting to make a move, and they're just trying to pick their timings into these
B-side.
fights. Gen.G want to be a big deep.
Oh,
and fight around
nice,
it, but it's not
Esu!
happening. Yudotan to finish with the pressure.
Oh no, he did 6-7. No, he did 6-7.
I mean, he's
Why?
farming on the raise again.
Why is he
What do you
saying
even say at
6-7?
this point? 13-4.
No.
Patman's had multi-frags on multi-frags. Crystal hasn't put a foot wrong. And this veto is looking a little bit silly, a little bit foolish at this point from Gen.G. Like you said, coming out of a timeout, they try to force their way out A main straight into a util combo.
Short.
What a nicely constructed side hold from GE.
No.
Ugh.
Do they have it planned?
Of course, we go again, Gen.G.
Paranoia onto Autumn. He's under not much pressure here, feeling quite safe behind the Viper wall. TP into
Oh,
the
nice.
cage from Foxy9. Where's he off to?
So open. And now the corner unchecked. Autumn is just going to lap it all up. The Stinger's still pushing through, though, and Texture already into the back of screen.
This could be a big round from Texture.
Oh my God.
One off the overdrive here. Still does have the fast lane in play to try to cut up some of the angles. Sees is there for Lakia, but I'm looking at
You just need to-
Yudotan.
Javi,
The
don't
man
move.
has got a
Javi,
rocket
don't
in his
move.
pocket.
Just stay here. Let your team regroup. Yes, yes.
Even
good.
just tapping the button is going to
Yes, now-
force Gen.G to scramble
Yeah,
somewhat.
now's the time.
there
Javi,
goes
now's the time.
Paranoia. There goes the showstopper. Gen.G, how do you hold? Pat's gone nuclear against Lakia. Now you're just sending off to it. Texture has to
Oh,
come
nice
through,
one.
but it's not going to happen. The paint shells even at the end.
Unreal.
Fireworks.
Yeah. 8-2 for GE. Just when you thought Gen.G was going to catch a little bit of a break, you were going to get a little bit of
Why is
that
Batman
texture
showing
magic.
his spot again?
Just
Bro,
instantly
Batman,
smacked
pura
on
mare too.
another nice flank on the retake.
But this was
GE
crazy.
has
This
just
was
been
good
so
read.
active in these rounds, taking map control.
That's so active, yeah.
See the flank.
Movements
down
is
the middle
all.
of the map there from
Movements
Patman.
is how you win Valorant.
Yudotan joining up with him.
I got scared there.
It's not something that Gen.G was able to tackle. To be fair, they didn't bring much into that round, but they need every single round that they can get because this attacking side has been a non-starter.
Just going to leave everything defense. That's not too good. You got 4 ults online now. Come on, Gen.G.
Another B trap here. Zinx didn't fall for it in the pistol. There's the trip to be able to secure control of B main that will be taken back at some point. It's only a question of when from GG to clear all of that out. And for Gen.G, I mean, they didn't pivot back towards that B site. They're once again working a little bit more slowly, a little bit more tentatively, because let's be honest, when they picked up the pace, they have been punished heavily. At least they've got ramp control this time. Smoke goes to Mail, trying to obscure their intentions, but GE are rotating correctly nonetheless.
Very carefully as ever. Operator as well. Now you kind of know exactly what's going to happen. Early Nightfall, though, just trying to thwart Gen.G's
Batman, you saw him.
advances. You toss everything into the site, and you
What,
walk away with
Batman?
glory. The kills getting picked
What is
up
happening, Batman,
as
today?
Gen.G begin to crumble and fall apart. Once again, just extra left. Zinx is somewhere else, trying to get himself transferred over up through vents.
Just a beautiful contact setup being constructed here.
Nice.
Crystal was the first point of contact, and maybe that's all that's
Why?
needed. Zinx finally coming alive here. He's had a
Why?
quiet map thus far, but only 20 seconds
Why?
to pick up the spike and complete a 1-on-2.
Why?
I don't know if that's coming together.
No shot. Way too low. Autumn doesn't even really need to use the op here.
10 seconds left.
He's going to use it either way.
What the fuck are you trying to do, you two people on
Score out
top?
to 9-2.
I mean, this is a stomp from GE
Last
on their
round before
opponent's
the
map
switch.
pick. The last time these two teams played, you needed every single round to be able to separate them, but I don't know what's happened in the off-season. You know, we heard it in the content piece that Gen.G has been putting in the work, but I'm not seeing it in the server right now. I'm scratching my head at Foxy9 on controller and Ash going out of the roster.
Good shot, Mara.
Some of these comps as well, either looking a little bit outdated or a little bit flat. And whereas GE, I mean, they've just gone from strength to strength. Everybody is performing across the board, and it feels like the setups are beautiful. Up back out once again for Autumn. Wasn't really needed in that last round, and with another contact play towards A main, it could be freebies for him.
Ooh,
Just training.
he shot us.
He's going to eat a bit of damage, though. Oh, it's still good. Sight open, Nightfall through, doesn't connect onto anyone. Pretty much just
Nice!
reactions from GE. Look at the rotations. Crystal getting the shot spammed across.
I mean, I don't think Texture has ripped a successful overdrive this entire series. Immediately slapped away. Reactive paranoia for Foxy9 to try to slow down the retake a little more.
Do we have any
Blue
back?
button out coming in as
only
well.
have
Not to mention, Pat out from above.
Where
Karen,
did back
does he
swap?
have
Oh,
this read?
wait,
Not
what?
quite. Just the rest of Gen.G onto the sites
Wait,
now,
what?
but they're all getting choked
Wait,
out,
what?
lights
Wait, what just
out
happened?
in the final round of the first half?
Wait,
We
what just
actually get a
happened?
10-2.
I mean, this is just dominance from GE. Caron even had a pit in that post plant, and he just never used it. He never got into a good enough position to be able to make that work for himself.
Pura mar rahe ho.
Points for GE in the first half alone. It's got to be back to the drawing board for Gen.G, and I think if they get stomped this hard by a team that you'd say might be their closest competition in a group like this, especially after the kickoff result, surely they're going out bottom two, because it doesn't get easier from here. We've got both of the Masters Santiago grand finalists in this group as well, yet to be played by Gen.G.
क्या drags कर रहे हैं ये
I
लोग?
don't know, bro. I just don't see it. I'm not seeing it come together, and we're only one game into the season, not even.
Talk about an unused pin that round. Now, after those words, Billy,
Harvey,
I've
full
got a pit in
family
my
is there,
stomach.
bro. This win, our team is playing
Caron
for Harvey,
usually
bro.
Just perfect positioning from him. You can trust him in every post play. You can trust him to lock down the sides. Haven't seen it today. Haven't seen any of that brilliance that you got in kickoff from Zinx, and in the off season, he's been silent today.
It's like this is not the time to have.
Why does
teaming
Udo look
issues,
so
you know?
much like a
Starting
K-pop?
opening day of
Bro, the
Phase
photo
1.
looks so much K-pop, and they showed this
In a
face, bro.
group like this,
Don't do him
yeah.
dirty like that, bro.
Usually I would say, guys, don't worry. It's game one of the group stage. It's okay to have a bad day, because there's plenty of games to be able to recover. The problem is when the best teams in the world are in your group and you haven't played them yet. That doesn't really apply, unfortunately.
Well, we do have this second half. I think let's just try and smile through the pain.
Yeah.
As it goes down to this pistol, you lose this one, G might just close it out early.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of Gen.G
Please
fans
close
in
it
the
out
audience.
early.
They are also smiling through the pain.
Please close it out
At
early.
least half of them are on their phones right now. I'm not going to lie. There's not a lot of watching going on. They're trying to just distract themselves from the scoreline. I'm not going to lie. Patman is lurking towards A main this round. Bit of active pressure on B main, and smoke it to middle.
Okay, the
GE trying to
utilities are
mask
used
their
to
intentions
say that
here.
we are in A.
Double trip on B. This is a heavily fortified site.
That's the thing, Utadai's got
Oh,
pink
got
shells as
damaged.
well.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I said the Raze plays much better into the Cypher than the Neon. Info cam from Zinx.
You need to tell
Sure,
them
Patman
the
can
camp
hear
is
that,
up
and he's
front.
itching to deal with it at some
Yeah,
point, but
the
he
camp
needs
is
to
up
take his
front.
time.
Come on, Batman,
Scared
tell them
that
the
he'll
camp
get
is up
caught by
front
a
so they
trap
need.
on A
Ah,
ramp.
nah, good, good.
And you can see both the Omen
There it goes.
and the Neon were ready to pounce on anybody dealing with that cam.
Toxin screen down.
Fishing around. You hear one sheriff shot, so It's not enough. You might not think the full force of GE is here, but lo and behold, G's just gaming this so nicely. Foxy 9's position now triangulated. The whole team marching across. Texture alone.
There's only one in base.
I thought Texture was going to help him out, but Bro was dipped into the site. Foxy 9 going 1-for-1 there, not too bad. Pivot straight.
Oh no, we don't have time.
So
We don't have time! Pivot back!
Let's
Pivot
not forget,
back!
there's 2 trips here
Oh, no,
and
we
3
don't have
players for
time.
Gen.G. They could definitely hold
We
this.
need to win this by only
Very
headshots.
workable.
Oh shit. We need to win this only by shooting, bro.
Finding all that information for the team as well. He's been good so
Wait,
far,
what?
but he's going to get taken out. Just
Wait,
Karon
what?
trying to do his best. Tucked into the corner.
Nice.
He pushes into
Okay,
the
we
cage,
shot.
gets taken out mid-fight.
I mean, if you're not holding
Some
that,
of you
then it's
shot,
not
bro.
coming together as Gen.G
Oh,
today.
crap.
Another heroic player being required of Texture. Does have a slide to work with that could help him try to win one of these aim duels, but GE just working together in tandem. It's a high-low on the right side of the site.
Nice!
Too easy. 18 and 5 for Udatan. 11 for GE. Just stacking up all the numbers in every category. Easy as you'd like.
Well, Javi. Jokes. I mean, 11-2. Now you're pretty much walking in towards map series point. You know, call it what it is.
How did Autumn
Just
get the
not
kill?
seeing too much
Okay.
from Gen.G in a lot of these moments.
I mean, they're just, I don't feel like they're playing off
That
of each
Crystal
other
and
very
Autumn kill
well.
was insane.
Like you had Foxy isolated
That was needed.
by himself
Very
initially
badly.
at the start of the round.
Very badly,
They
yeah.
were probably banking on
Yeah.
a bolt paranoia combo. And then a 3-player site with double trip not being able to be held when you had a singular like pivot through heaven. Like old Gen.G, you'd put your house on them winning that pistol.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't know
Hey,
how you
Matt.
feel about your predictions, but
Yeah, I
either
met.
way, this is now Gen.G forced into the bye, literally.
Yeah. Stingers, Bucky.
Oi.
Autumn is
Timing.
waiting for his opportunity. There's 3 sets of light armor here, and he'd love to get a little bit of a click on with the Outlaw. Chokehold thrown in towards Vent is going to break things up a little bit, or at least confirm that Lucky is waiting.
Texture and Karon, they're going to have to do something, anything. They feel pressured for it, so just
Too late.
dumping utility
Don't time.
out now.
They
We
just
need to
bait out the
focus
trap
on one
so
side.
easily. Like, they threw a chokehold, and then Udatan shot
Come on.
a bullet, and they were like, yep,
Need
that
to
was a
focus
trap.
on what we want to do.
Thank you. Let's go
What's the
B
game
main.
plan? What's the game plan?
Anxiety for Gen.G
40 seconds.
through
What's the
the
game
roof.
plan?
They're just
Paranoia.
burning through all of their utility. Like, that's the paranoia used. They've used the relay bolt. They've still got the C's, but that's about it.
And now lethal range, GE sees the kill. They're going in for it.
What?
Sure though, hold on. The sheriff shots are ringing across the site. Bucky out in hand. And Patman trying to save the round. Out with a ghost into the corner. Oh, so I have to spike. 10 seconds. He makes a go. But
Oh, nice try.
unbeknownst to him, it's
Believe in the
Sinks
pistol
around
mode,
the
bro.
corner. Gen.G survived.
Like
Just a little-
always. What does he
Third
do?
kill of the map there
What
for
does
Sinks.
he do?
You're
We
definitely
throw.
going to need your Cypher to come online on the defense. The Viper and the Cypher, some of the most important,
This is what
agents
happens if you
have
don't
the
have a plan and
self-fragging,
need to rush.
which is
You're
funny because I
fucked.
feel like
You're just
old
rushing and
Gen.G,
relying
you
on
saw,
aims.
like, the Sentinel controller combo of like Munchkin Karon, you'd be like, okay, this site is held.
And
It
then we
doesn't
are
matter if there's a
panicking.
full
And then when you
execute,
panic,
this
you
guy's
don't
gonna
aim.
multi-frag, but like in this game, the
Come on, you can't
contrast
be
is
this
so
late.
huge. That's a round that will keep them alive.
That's
on
not
the
our game
defense
plan.
Here, but
I don't think
I'm not
that's a
sure
game
how much
plan
more
because if that's a
confidence
game
you
plan,
have at Gen.G
fucking
turning this
change, bro.
series around at this point. It's going to take a lot more work than that.
Undoubtedly.
Oh.
Even now, just getting forced all the way back.
GE up into vents. It is a save round from them. Playing around on the ropes.
Oh, no.
Karon lies in wait with the judge. Could be on for a multi-frag here.
I dare say he has to.
Oh, what?
He's gonna get
What?
taken out. Surely not.
It's rough. Foxy 9 alone on the site now. Pressured by a lot of utility. It's a decent paranoia to try to buy himself some space as the rest of Gen.G trying to rotate in,
Oh,
but he
wait,
can't even
what?
pick up one.
Hold on, we got Sinks around the corner still. He was good in the previous round, has to come up with more goods, but he's getting smoked off. At the
Nice.
same time, it's
Hey, one more!
pushing up further front.
Back!
Zinks makes it a trade, but then you got the hopping judge in play. All of a sudden, the tables have turned around. It's just Lakia, and he's out by heaven.
See,
Position
when you
noted.
don't panic,
Just trying to peek
and you have
across,
time
but
to do
Udatan
things,
right underneath his
this is
nose.
how it's done,
We're
my
up
friend.
to
This is how
series
it's
point,
done.
people.
This is a
No
stomp,
panic.
man. You had the force by one by Gen.G, and GE replied
Get info.
with
If you
a
don't
full
info,
eco win.
start with your plans.
The judge gets nothing.
Oh
Not even
my God,
one.
that foot.
Immediate entry
That foot.
from
Oh
Pat.
my God, that foot.
Yep. Spotted out the foot, head taken off. Foxy9, the next
And
up
then
to
the
bat
Udo just
with
jumping
a decent
around.
Paranoia still can't even bring one frag to the table. In the back of the side there. You need your Omen Viper to be able to multi-frag on
Oh
these
no, he's
side
so tilted.
holds. The frustration is evident for Gen.G. It's been a very rough series from them.
Rough day.
Rough day because we
Opening
didn't.
day
We put
again.
them in a rough day.
Not what you want to have, but alas, here we are.
Bro, why is it every time when G beats somebody, oh, that for that team is in the rough
Again,
day,
looking for
man, the rough
openers
day.
with the
Oh.
Outlaw walking up mid, trying to bait the trap.
How about we put them in a rough day by
goes
playing
up.
good? The things they don't see little bit details of what we are doing to tilt them.
Waiting for it to drop. Doesn't see anyone out towards mail or anything.
Boombot dealt with. Did hear the stinger, so they're well aware that this
Oh
is a
my
1-3-1.
God, what is going on? That was mind
Foxy9.
games. Okay.
Yeah, he's walking
Focus.
to be made.
Guys,
Gotta cut some corners. Glass
now
cannon Vandal
we
as
need to
well.
plan
You can tell
something.
that the
See?
man is
Exactly.
feeling
This is how it's
confident.
supposed to be done.
Pivot back to A though.
Now our
There are
plan
multiple
is,
tricks
okay,
here.
fine,
Paint
you got
shells
this,
hasn't been
enough.
used just
There's
yet.
no info more anymore. Fuck
Still
it, 3
very
people in
doable
it.
for GE.
We still have a lot of time to
Gen.G
play
will
with it.
have this
No,
written
no
in the
panic.
cards, though. They're trying to
Moving
get a good read
together.
of the situation.
There's the paint shells to break the trips.
One tree not broken,
Oh.
and that will be enough for Texture to kind of line things
Oh,
up. The rest of
no.
the team coming in off that effort as
Oh, that was
well.
so
Now
annoying.
the spike on the ground.
That's so annoying.
Surely
Seconds left.
this is where
That
G
luck was
starts to
annoying.
resurge.
Paranoia into Hellside though. I thought Patman was on for a multi-frag, but Texture from screen
Batman
side,
could have gotten
very
that.
dialed in on his screen this round.
Ah, Batman could
Zavi
have gotten that.
looking for damage.
Zavi is trying to play,
Only
do
10
some hero
seconds
play.
just
No,
going to
please.
fall away and save
You need the
a
gun, yeah,
successful
so-
hold from
10
Gen.G,
seconds left.
courtesy of a nice multi-frag from Texture.
Thanks to the information from Foxy9 as well. I mean,
Ah,
starting to get a little bit more proactive. Shut some doors in G's face.
I mean, yeah, it's a
Got a ways to go.
good round, but many more needed. 8 more in a row from Gen.G. I'm not sure how that's going to be coming together.
that was
Based on
annoying.
what we've seen.
Showstopper's out from Udo as well. It's a nice hold. Good setup with Zinx in the back of the site. Spam through from Texture.
Batman could have gotten to one there.
On Heaven's side.
They would have picked 2 people down below hell.
I mean,
Ah,
you can hear it in the comms of Gen.G. You know, Gen.G known
Exasperated.
when they're pumped up for their, patented Gen.G Raw. That is a whisper, mate.
Hopefully, at least not going out with a whimper. Just trying to fight.
What?
tooth and
What are you
nail.
doing?
Texture out towards the top of heaven. Gain some control.
Takes the rocket out of the
if you
round
can
as
hear
well.
explain,
Patman
why don't you
over
use your
on
ult?
Heaven's side though does pick up Caron, so a lot of pressure on Foxy9 to try to hold this side. Texture has made it to the party in time though. Paranoia and Relay Bolt could be huge
No.
here. It catches a decent timing and it's a nice crunch on Heaven from Gen.G, but how does it get that messy?
Autumn is
Huh?
how, oh my god, turns things down to the 2v1.
Wait,
This
what?
was never meant to be G's full round. They had a half buy coming into this. Now Evolution's popped, you got the Nightfall confirms, no one else nearby. There's so much initiative that G can seize just by sheer positioning.
1 kill from Zinx, couldn't get it himself, the neural theft, and read the position of the last player from GE.
He's gonna have to at this point. Spots out, the player out towards garage, but still paranoid as there may be more players up in different corners. He's gonna walk up front, bank everything down to the garage plate, sets down the cage just to try to obviously things, but ultimately the C's reveals all. Autumn for the finishing kill. This was utterly every step of the way GE's game.
Yeah, they dominate the team that gave them a lot of trouble in the lower bracket of kickoff. GE off to a great start in this group. Definitely a must-win game, given how many dangerous teams are waiting in the wings. They start off well with some momentum, and we asked the question in kickoff, are GE good enough to make it international this early on? Well, I think with a start like that, they've got a little bit of a chance in this group.
Hell yeah. It does come a bit close on that first map, but off to this split, just every step, every compositional pick, every player just finding all their little moments here and there. Safe to say, GE, this is a fully new, reinvigorated roster out for stage 1, but for Gen.G, I cannot say the same thing.
No, definitely not. They've had more than enough time to work on things in the off-season after an early exit in kickoff, but it was
Such
a
a nice
very
team play,
flat
guys.
performance.
Let's fucking
Even from the
go!
big names of Gen.G today, having Foxy9 step into the controller role after Ash did decently last stage. I mean, it is a 6-man roster. I'm wondering if we're going to stick with the same roles. Are we going to stick with the same players for Gen.G after a bit of a nightmarish start here in the group?
We still have those question marks in there, but for now, at least, winning for GE. We're going to toss it down to the stage with Gen for the winning interview.
Pat and Udo! Who they're taking Udo? Obviously they're taking Udo. Udo, come here.
A lot to celebrate for GE this night.
Look at everyone running
win,
away.
And also happy birthday, Crystal. Now I'm gonna grab
Everyone's just
Autumn
running.
over here
Autumn!
and talk
Oh,
about today's
sheesh.
game. Thank you, Autumn, for joining me. Your spot is over here. 네, 오늘 2대0으로 승리를 거둔 글로벌 e스포츠의 어텀 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 가장 먼저 오늘
G
좀
fucking
경기에서
G,
처음으로
boss.
브림스톤과 비톤을
Yeah.
보여주게 됐습니다. G에서 요루를 담당하다가 이제 조금 다른 요원들을
That
플레이하게
was clean,
됐는데 이 부분에 대해서 어떻게 느끼고 있는지부터 여쭤보도록 할게요. Now, congratulations, Autumn, on this win. You were the designated Yoru player on your team.
Yo, Shreyas,
and now
where were
you're
you,
playing
bro?
Brimstone, and now you're
Where were
playing
you?
Vito, and you have a 100%
Never-
win rate
Kiddhar hai
on
tu?
both of them because it was your first time
Wait, why are you
playing
laughing like
them
that? What the hell?
in an official. But how are you handling this major change?
I think it's okay because before when I played in VCT CN, I played more of a flex role there, so I'm quite accustomed.
This guy needs to
it
drink a
already,
lot of
so it's
water,
fine
bro.
for me.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
I was
fun.
It's more
listening
fun
to the
playing
game.
different agents. I
Okay.
think,
What do you mean listening to the game?
Alright. 먼저
What do you mean listening to the
아무래도 그 중국 지역에서 CN 지역에서 경기를 할 때 플렉스롤을 담당했다 보니까 워낙 다른 요원들을 다루는 거 크게 힘든 일은 아니었고 또 프림스톤 비토 재밌는 것 같다고 얘기를 하는데요. 그래도 이 요루 너프에 대해서
Are
어떤
there frost
생각인지
chickens?
여쭤보고 싶습니다. 아쉬울 것 같기도 하고 이제 요루 당분간은 못 본다고 생각을
Not watching. I thought you were
해도
not going to
But
stream. Yeah, but I
seriously,
said in
though,
group
I
I'm
just wanted to
streaming.
ask you about the Yoru nerf.
What do you
Do you
mean?
feel like the nerf kind of killed him? He's not going to make his way back? Or do you feel like he is kind of viable on some maps?
Yeah, so I think the patch is kind of killed him. I think, but
1 year, baby.
like the way
Oh,
people were
it's
playing him
been 1
before
year.
kind of killed that playstyle. But I think on bind actually it's quite good.
It's been
And
1
like,
year,
they played it on
Myokins.
bind today, so yeah, I think on bind is
How much?
good.
Wait, how much is Myokins?
먼저
250?
아무래도 이번 패치에서 너프를 좀 세게 맞았기 때문에
year worth of biryani.
옛날처럼 요루를 활용하기에는 많이 힘든 것 같고 좀 많이는 못 볼 것
Six-
같지만
wait,
그래도
not
바인드
1 year worth
같은
of
맵에서는 아무래도 젠지가
12
보여줬다시피
days
요루가
worth of biryani.
아직까지는 쓸만한 것
Yo,
같다고
what's up,
얘기를
Ratu?
해줬습니다. 그리고 마지막으로
Hey,
아무래도
wait,
플래톤 코치가 이번
wait,
킥오프
wait. Why is
동안
everyone coming now?
좀 팀의
After we
아이덴티티나
win,
방향성을 많이 알 수 있었고 그 경험을 바탕으로 바인드
trust the
조합을
process.
구성해서 오늘 보여줬다라고 얘기를 해줬는데요. 좀 어떤 방향성을 잡았는지 어떤 것들을 팀에 대해서 그리고 팀원들에 대해서 발견할 수 있었는지 물어보고 싶네요. So I'm gonna go back to what Coach
I did
Platoon
not
said
check what's up. Fuck
after
you,
map
bro.
1. He said you guys were able to discover your identity and kind of build off of that.
I said I will be or will not be.
Unbind your playing
So you have to check
Gecko,
whether I was
Deadlock,
or
and
was not.
KO. So what were you guys able to discover about yourselves and how did that lead to playing this unique comp?
No clue.
I think we kind of discovered how flexible all the players are in our team. Like Pat and Harvey play a lot of agents. Same with Sava actually, and also Yudo. Like all 5 of us can play a lot of different agents. And
They all are
just
flex.
thought for the current meta, that comp would work on that map. So yeah.
Also,
Right,
no
was it
Mio
more
legend
about
till I get something from
countering
me. Yeah, that's my
the
bad.
duelist or aggressive style, or
I forgot.
It was more of,
I
hey,
actually
let's see what
forgot.
we can
That
do
was my
and
bad. I
this
left
is
it
the
in.
best.
I think it's both.
Not gonna lie, I was
But
going to give
definitely against,
you
like, teams that keep playing Waylay and
that
Neon
mouse
now
for
it's-
free, by the way.
So I don't know, hate it.
Okay.
But I don't
Well,
know.
you dealt with it, so that's good. 일단 킥오프를 하는 동안 좀 G
But
선수들에
unlucky.
대해서 스스로 발견할 수 있었던 부분은 팀에 있는 5명의 선수 모두가
But I'll try and
굉장히
bring it. But I'll try and
플렉스로를
bring it.
감당할
If
수 있고
I go
다양한
again,
요원들을 할수
if I
있는
go again to Korea, I'll
요원들이
try and bring
있었기
it for you.
때문에 그 부분을 최대한 이용하는 게
That's a
중요하겠다라는
lie, by the
점을
way.
배웠다고
No, it's
얘기를
not.
했고요. 그렇기 때문에 오늘 바인드에서 이렇게 좀 개코 KO 그리고
But I got a lot of
조합을
things, bro.
보여줄 수
Like I
있었다고
mentioned.
얘기를 합니다.
Okay.
그리고 굉장히 재밌는.
Like I mentioned in the group, all those stuffs were not for me, by the way. All those stuffs for you guys.
아무래도 네온 레일레이가
But
너무
unlucky.
싫다 보니까 이런 조합을 더
The whole
열심히
bag-
하게 되는 것
the
같다고
pulsar bag I left
얘기를
it there.
해줬습니다. 이렇게 해서 어텀 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you very much, Autumn, and hope you guys celebrate Crystal's birthday together.
We will.
Also, brother, that keyboard is a booting. I can't say it. Buy the G bundle.
Fantastic match by Global
When we win,
Esports to
when we win, why they don't show the bundle alert? So.
And yes, they are going to celebrate Crystal's birthday, but not so soon because we are going to interview him here at this desk very shortly. But some of the highlights from Split, they did end up keeping that veto, but veto was far from
clean.
the only highlight that this team had.
I mean, this map wasn't even close.
Yeah.
There's no two ways around it.
Instead of that, can you
Domination
order a
from
jersey
Global
to your
Esports.
place and sign
Gen.G
it for
never
me?
finding a foot
Why
in the
are you on
server,
my side
looking
for?
uncomfortable at every
Gee.
step and consistently outfragged.
Yeah, like any qualms that you can have after the first map, you say, okay, well, it's fine, Gen.G, and they pick up 8 rounds on fine, but it's not their map pick. They should have much stronger, game plan coming
I
into
need
this
to
one.
forget.
Nope,
Tell Harvey
not
we
at all.
forgot. Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's crazy.
absolutely.
I mean, I'm surprised they picked this map. This
Why
is a
not?
map
Why
that
me,
Global
though?
Esports look good on
Yeah.
in kickoff, and then they bring out a Cypher. It just doesn't feel cohesive. I think alarm bells are ringing in the Gen.G camp right now. This game was really important for them if they want to make it out the group. They have big opponents waiting for them there, so I think this road gets quite difficult for the once storied Korean squad.
After seeing this, I don't think it gets any easier, legitimately. And some people will be like, oh, Team Secrets are dead. No, I do not think that this road gets any easier for Gen.G. If they're going to play like this, they will lose to everyone in Group Alpha.
Yeah.
This was shocking, to say the least.
Yes, I think, yeah, shocking is really the only word. I don't think any of us expected this level of gameplay.
I can't throw a C's! Like everything is going wrong here!
Yeah, I mean, I think it just all feels very, very disjointed from Gen.G on this map. I mean, I think they can go back to the drawing board. They
Honestly,
will
I
have more
respect you and
chances.
Lucy so much for
Like you
being an
say, it's a
esports
tough
owner.
group.
Come
It's
Samira!
stacked opponents.
Come
We need to
Samira!
see step-ups in terms of
Come.
macro
Yeah, yes.
and in terms of individual
Bro, these
level,
guys,
'cause
bro.
Global
These guys, they
want them to show.
planned.
Oh,
Whoever
absolutely.
gets
And that's not
ace.
to take away from Global Esports.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Amazing
6,
performance.
7.
They
Oh,
looked
yeah.
very
Bastards.
good. In fact, in a past
What's
interview
up,
with
Akshay?
Solo
Everyone.
here at our desk, he
See
said,
Bing stream?
it's really important to have flex
is
players,
he doing?
players who play like Forsaken. And
Oh,
he
no.
said it would be great to
What
have
did he do
5
this time?
From Philippines for it. हाँ क्या? भाई तो W है यार. ये तो W है. सोचो उसके फैमिली में 13 people फ्लाइंग करके वहाँ पे गए हैं और अपने यहाँ से एक प्लेयर वहाँ पे नहीं जा पा रहा.
If you want to go to the extra step, just give me a signed jersey with all your managers. I'll get you that, but not right now. Is it okay, Pratu? I'll get you that eventually. What do you want? What did you say? Go back? A few seconds. Wishing Crystal birthday.
और अपने यहाँ से एक प्लेयर वहाँ पे नहीं जा पा रहा और अपने यहाँ से एक फल फ्लाइंग करके वहाँ पे गए हैं और अपने यहाँ से एक प्लेयर
This one?
वहाँ पे नहीं जा पा रहा. यहाँ से came for opening match. 13 people flew from Philippines for it.
Why is he talking like this?
किधर है? नहीं है, नहीं है. कहाँ पे है? मेरे को क्यों नहीं दिख रहा? मैं अंदर? It's a secret.
Yes, I think,
It's a secret.
yeah, shocking is
इसको
really
बताना
the only
नहीं.
word. I don't think any of us expected this level of gameplay.
Can't throw a C's! Like everything is going wrong
वो बताना जरूरी था.
Are you going to stream and the next game, or are we going to rewind and watch the VOD from your POV? Probably not today. 2.5 minutes back.
सब लोग गाना गाएंगे अपने अपने सुरीले
This
आवाज
one.
में क्रिस्टल भाई के लिए विनिंग बर्थडे सॉन्ग फ्रॉम बिंग्स आर्मी टू जी फाइटिंग क्रिस्टल. रेडियो रेडियो जिसको क्रिस्टल का नाम नहीं आता एक बंदे ने कहा कॉपी पेस्ट कर लो. बेइज्जती मत करो. हैप्पी बर्थडे टू Happy birthday to Crystal. Happy birthday to you.
My ears just fucking. Bro, what was
Copyright
this guy?
assessor?
Bro, who sings like this, bro?
एक टाइम पे मेरे
Also,
गाने
don't
पे
think
मेरे
I
को
said
beat
this,
sync
but
करके
welcome
देना
back home,
पड़ता
Gary. Thank you so much.
लेकिन
Thank you so much. It feels good to be back home.
कुछ लोगों को ही पता है ये बात.
It feels good to be back home.
Yes, I think
It's a secret.
yeah, shocking
इसको
is really
बताना
the only
नहीं.
word. I don't think any of us expected this level of gameplay.
Can't throw a seize!
So we have like good flexibility.
इतना कलम
Yo, I missed this.
एक नाइट ट्वीट वायरल जाएगा लोग चेक कर आइडिया है और हाँ?
Crystal, happy
तुमको
birthday.
लगेगा तुम क्रिस्टल से खेलते
now,
हो लेकिन तुम
A
क्रिस्टल
while
नहीं हो, मैं
ago,
बोल रहा हूँ.
your whole team said
Welcome
that
back,
we
Gary.
needed
Go to
Bye.
Korea. Gary. Yeah, I know, right? When I come back here, welcome back. Oh, welcome. Yeah. When I'm here, go Korea, you stupid ass.
What are some of the things you worked on during that Santiago break?
I mean, it was kind
I
of
mean-
work about our team chemistry, like our flexibility, how many comp we can play, how many agent everyone can play. So
So you guys did
talk
not
about
know
this
before?
more in
भाई
other
ये
scenes.
इतना
You
सॉफ्ट
made
स्पोकन
you
क्यों है?
worked on even more comps.
Yeah,
You already had a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, in our team, at least everyone can play at least like 2-3 different roles, so it's kind of help us.
Yeah.
So we have like good
हैं?
flexibility.
इतना
so
कलम
yeah.
ले क्यों
But
बात
your
कर रहा है
performance
ये?
looks even better. It's today, starting at stage 1. Did you work on anything?
I mean, I work with my aim coach right now, so
Oh, yeah.
it kind of helped me a lot. I work about my movement, so yeah.
By the way.
एक सेकंड एम कोच भी अपने पास?
Yeah, we have a aim coach.
उसके
We
साथ
have a aim coach for him.
प्लीज मेरे एक दोस्त को बहुत जरूरत है टोमेटो. थोड़ा एक दिन के लिए एम कोच लैंड कर सकते हो उसको प्लीज.
Land. Oh, this guy is nasty.
लैंड ऑफ द एम कोच.
Unmute कर भाई.
भाई और क्या बोलते हैं? भाई तुम लोग इंग्लिश भूल गए कि मैं भूल गया? लैंड करेंगे सारे.
Land.
अरे भाई तुम वॉच पार्टी देखने आया था अभी.
Yo, I was watching from start. Oh, Mr. Biswas. Saurin
I was
Biswas.
excited to play.
Welcome, welcome.
And we show good result today. I feel very confident after this win. So
Why is he like a bot?
ले लो लैंग्वेज
So you're still feeling good about it anyway.
yeah, I feel like it's good for us. Like play versus this team in group stage. So we cannot
लैंग्वेज
see
लैंड
them
मतलब उधार
in
यार
playoff,
वही
like,
वही
first round,
वही
so it's kind of good for us.
वही
Yeah.
भाई
Well, I mean,
उधार
excellent
भाई
first
ये क्या
matchup
बात है
today.
भाई.
Birthday buff. Happy
Yeah.
birthday,
Lynn,
Crystal.
what is this?
Happy
birthday?
birthday.
Yeah,
We're not
buddy.
gonna sing the song.
So awkward, bro. So awkward.
Ah,
How are you
yeah.
gonna celebrate tonight? What do you
कुछ
want
नहीं
your
कर
boys to
सकते.
do for your teammates?
I mean, we go
Dance.
just take dinner together and maybe do
Dinner,
some stuff,
dance.
I don't know.
They're not gonna
Wait,
make
Happy
you
Birthday is not copyrighted song, right?
I mean, everything can happen.
I definitely don't think they should. Well,
In
Did
Korea,
what?
though,
Dance.
they're not gonna make you pay for dinner again, are they?
I mean, everything can happen.
I definitely don't think they should. Well,
in Korea, the oldest one usually pays, so have Frost do it.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's oldest by like
वो तो
5
बेचारा
times,
बीमार है.
so he's got it covered.
जैसे
Well,
ही
happy
सुनेगा वो
birthday! I
skip
don't want to
करेगा.
keep you here. I want you to
Go
go
celebrate.
and celebrate
Go forth.
everything. So thank you so much,
Go
Crystal.
forth. What the
We'll see you
hell?
around
Let's
real soon
go!
for next week's match. All right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he's
good.
gonna leave the headset here. So I think, again, really promising
Ah,
to see this from
My heart, yeah, your heart, my heart, all heart, bro. All heart to one heart.
This is
By the way, guys,
so
I wanted to show you something.
so much more reassuring. This
2-0.
is not just
I've been
global
playing
sports
this
with no
game.
the right
Huh?
pieces.
You know, I know you're not supposed to show it, but
Language.
I've been playing.
Alpha.
If you can see here in the
At the end of match
here,
one, we got another
I've been
match.
playing this
We
game.
got another Masters winning team, T1,
Yeah.
playing today
Just for fun.
against
Tax
Daryl.
is the
Anyone wants to join me?
supportive one.
Okay.
Fully
Santiago
supportive one.
aside.
Fully supportive one, boys.
Okay, we will touch on that. Let's talk about the good things. During
अरे बासुंडी लोग 10
look at bind round 3G running through Viper Molly's brother.
कौन है ये 3000
Did you
लोग?
see me tilting?
हाँ?
If you see my word, do you see me tilting?
Santiago.
जो
Yeah.
एक क्लिक उधर कर सकते हैं लेकिन
It
इधर
felt
नहीं.
like they
Now bro will lose
I've
his
not really been
ADHD.
hitting in that
What?
For it. Now prepping once again a bit of a fast to push quite caught Udatan. So it is going to slow them down a lot in this round. They're going to have the advantage. There's a
Yeah, I mean,
and get yourself Chim side. Nicely navigated. Getting there in examples.
yes, smoke for it's not quite there. So unfortunately, position
break self bounty more doable. Nicely done for GE. Though they're much
kind of sights.
Let's go.
Looks like a quicker one this time from GE. Grabnet may be comboed on in here with the orbital if it does connect. Lakia, does he get
Good. Where's the drone?
Secure net that flies up into for what you see that singular.
Was it this round?
This might be kind of hamper his ability to be able to spam through the smokes. There's the aggression over on Hookah side. Karen may get caught.
Karen, oh my god, Crystal broke. Bro, we didn't see this.
Karen may get caught by Crystal.
Oh, that's crazy aim, bro.
They secured a spike plant courtesy of the wingman yet again. That will still vamp you.
Round 3 starting. Ah, sorry. Fuck, I didn't see you.
Go 1 for 1. Autumn is okay. They're able to throw out the wingman. I mean, there's bathroom side.
Hold trade fish. They're dead trapping south. You can hold from far. Yeah, I'm holding far.
Walking their way up here. There's a swing for Gen.G. And you're not opposing Neon. That is the song this round. They're going to have to look for some cards for Gen. All for Chris for now.
Guess the timer
needs to go 1
down.
Walking out.
Wait, what?
Side,
I don't remember!
The barrier, did it just block Crystal from hiding back into showers? Now, Gen.G tries to hold.
Lucky out. Not
continue.
It was 4-2.
Still an orb.
He's also
Man, Pratu! Oh shit.
Barrel roster because I know how good they can be.
as well at that.
Ends for delay ball. It's going to be pretty good after the first 2 rounds in this game. So this is the group of death, but I mean, you heard it from prep and come into this particular stage. If you don't do well, it's going to be knife out towards U-Haul. The U-Haul now. Once again on the line, well aware that there's light armor on offer. Udatan ready to pick up the pace into U-Haul now.
Ah, yes.
Play.
Ah, yes.
At the same time, just keeping an eye on that deadlock as well. Texture gonna give it an
Ah, yes. Forget about that Molly, whatever you're saying. Brother, they have shotguns. They are low buy. They're obviously going to buy shotguns.
Shut down.
And we are like, why don't we all go?
The shotgun starting to get to work, but GE holding the 9 nicely. Just all put that choke point. Gen.G just get absolutely denied.
Where's that Molly? Where's that Molly, by the way?
This particular stage, if you don't do well, it's to be pretty curved out towards U-Haul. Knife out towards U-Haul. Crystal once again on the line, well aware that there'll be light armor. Gives you
bro, where's that Molly?
Crystal
same time.
That's the over holding in a so deep for this old Crystal and here it's on his head. Oops. That's just the end of that.
Is what it is. But now you look to the next round where hopefully that timeout has done some work for Gen.G.
I'm hoping so, because I mean, even for them on this game,
going to poke right through. You got the knife.
Look at this one. It's this round, I think.
Too easy for them on this game of bind. Quicker pace in towards bathrooms here. Flash being prepped by Xavi.
Oh, and they're just going to poke right.
Quicker pace in girls right now.
Crazy agent count on Breeze, by the way.
Hopefully that time
controller, Yoru, and Harbor.
Huh? What's up, non-veg? What do you mean crazy agent count on Breeze?
And this is,
I don't
we
understand.
talk about consistency for T1.
Yeah.
Cinder has kind of been the target for Veril during their shortcomings in kickoff of needing to find his own consistency. We saw him have a couple of games, a couple of maps where he was popping off, but he also had some stinkers.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we talk a lot about the idea of the vibes guy, the emotional leader, and, you know, this Barrel team will say Cinder is that for them. Yeah. He is that little bit older, he's that little bit more experienced, and he is that glue point. And while all that is very important, you can't forget about it, you have to,
fuck are these comments?
Sort of, you have to be so tall to ride the ride that is Pacific. You have to be able to hang so much to the server, or you start to become a
No, I didn't see where. Oh no!
You know, I went lifts in the shoes and they're all like, it's good.
I didn't see where the.
In the coaches' content that we saw, we had Chobra and Judge Paper Thin there. They did do a vote. How important is it to have
Cholo,
veterans?
I'm going to go relax, eat my breakfast.
Coach coaches there. And I can see why Varel did want a veteran.
I'm going to go
opportunity
eat
to kind of be
my
that guiding
breakfast,
light and
okay?
all the, grand things that Morgan was saying over there.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He just has to be able to step up on his own as well. You can't. I think you can have a veteran, you can have a glue guy, a vibes guy, but they can't only be that.
Okay, but
You want a glue guy? And the current discourse. How about a duct tape guy? You want a duct tape guy?
Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad.
Now, interestingly, T1 put Stacks as their skirmish guy.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. He lost the skirmish. I don't know why.
Unsurprisingly.
Breakfast or lunch? Breakfast, bro. I didn't eat. I got up. I slept around 7 a.m. I think. I 6:30, 7 a.m.
Yeah, when you've got Buzz, Meteor,
I couldn't sleep, bro.
Izu on this roster,
I couldn't sleep.
send one
I
of
think
them
I was
if you
stressing
really
about
wanna
today
win
for
the
a
veto.
lot,
They don't.
and I couldn't
then,
sleep.
They're going to be Team A, and so they got to pick Haven first, and now they're going to be forced to play Pearl.
I mean, honestly, I quite like this kind of map draft, and we might get to see Lotus if it goes to map 3. It's
be
back
nice.
in the pool
I
with
was
those little
preparing for
tweaks
London
and
timing.
changes, so that's something I
No.
really want to see. T1 choosing that Haven. I mean, Munchkin has played this map probably longer than I've been alive, and he loves it so much, so no
so good at
surprises to see T1 go in there.
Yeah, in fact, when we were talking about Gen.G earlier and missing Munchkin, this is, I think, also the peak of the Gen.G Haven as well, was when Munchkin was still around.
I'm curious what they end up going for. It is what it is, the predictions. But I'm curious about the compositions because, I mean, Haven has kind of been this playground through Master Santiago, maybe a little bit as well before that, where the Phoenix was coming out.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing a ton of Phoenix over at EMEA.
Yeah.
So do both teams end up leaning in towards that is something that I wonder, or is it still going to be, Neon, Waylay even potentially on this map? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm curious. I mean, I love Phoenix on this map. I always have. I feel like it simplifies your game plan so much. You just want to default for those orbs, really get that ult snowballing, and a lot of players find it quite easy to play. Phoenix, you just have to figure out those flashes, and it's quite simple. So in the brief time that they've had to adapt to this Yoru change, you can still run double duelist.
Yo, what, you back?
have the
Yeah,
same amount
what's
of
up, Sadie
flashes
Sir?
that you did. So I think this is a change we'll be seeing a lot of teams rely on in this transitional period.
Definitely, and
Who
T1,
knows
we
more
have
flexible than
seen
Autumn?
great moments from
Yeah.
T1, whether they're winning.
Smart?
trophies
Yes,
or
very
winning
smart.
the
I keep
Pacific,
reminding him.
just
He doesn't
earlier
believe in
during
himself.
Kickoff, but we
I-
really want to see
he doesn't
Varel step up. We want to see the Varel
voice
step
out.
up from Ascension.
That's the only
We
problem
wanna
with
see
you,
them
though. He
show
doesn't
that
voice out, and
sparkle on stage that we saw there. And they were talking a big game.
I don't
so
tell internal
let's
problems.
see if they're going to be
What
bringing
the fuck am I
that
talking
game to
about?
the stage for day 1.
Bye, guys.
Stage
Good
1
night. Thank you. Thank you for watching. We won this. I love you all. If we lost this, fuck you all. Bye, guys. I'm going to go eat my breakfast. Bye.